Okay, it's recording now.
Yes, welcome to the Michael Cole Show. All facts about Michael Cole all the time. 24 hours, 365. What?
You did say this was gonna happen.
I did. So, would you like to tell your viewers how this came to be?
Well, first I want to welcome everyone back to the Mr. Ray Show. It's been so
The,
long.
the Mr. Ray and Michael Cole Show.
It's been like 8 long months. Thank you to whoever stuck with me. I appreciate that. Now I want to welcome my guest, the one and only Ashley Slashey. Slashey. I got it right. I
Yes.
fixed it.
No,
I've been,
no L at the end.
I've been practicing that all day, and I almost messed it up. I've been practicing that all day. Like if I get anything right, I want to make sure I get your name right.
Yes, because no one ever does. Ever. You
How are
see,
you doing today?
um, I'm educating you today about some very important facts that you may have not known about.
That is very true. One of those things being Michael Cole.
Do you want to tell your viewers what you learned today?
I want you to tell them. It's probably funnier coming from you.
To anyone who is a wrestler watching this, you already suck. Why? Michael Cole's already better than you. He's never lost a match. And he's better than The Undertaker because he's undefeated at WrestleMania. Isn't that right, Mr. Ray?
As of as of today, yes. I didn't believe so
I
before, but you
mean,
convinced me.
Undertaker can't go back and take back that loss.
I mean, if he could, I'm pretty sure he would.
He could have said no. He could
Yeah,
have said, fuck your face, Shawn Michaels.
he could have told Brock no.
Instead, he was like, let Michael Cole be better than me.
Okay, we'll get back to Michael Cole in a minute. Let's talk about you.
He sat down and he said, he deserves this one. And now we have the greatest wrestler who ever lived. As you said, those are your
I
words.
I did admit that on camera. It
You
wasn't recorded,
admit,
but I did admit it.
you admit that the realization that the most undefeated.
I was conveniently convinced.
But now you suspect Edge, and I don't think any of us looked up the facts.
No, I had like 30 minutes and did not look up not one fact. I could have.
You
Just
could have ordered some barbecue sauce for them toes.
no.
I mean, okay, so you don't. It's just Lawler eating toes then.
I'm
Or
not doing it.
someone's doing it.
Anybody but me.
I don't want to do it.
But anybody but us.
Michael Cole is opening up his OnlyFans account. Lawler is the first sign up.
That's funny.
He's already got like a premium subscription in advance, years in advance.
I'm surprised he doesn't have an OnlyFans account. He seems like a weirdo would do something like that.
Wait, which one? Lawler or
Michael,
Cole?
honestly, both of them.
You
They're both
ready?
some weirdos.
I mean, he licked the barbecue sauce. So
I wouldn't have done that. I would have just had to get fired.
that's got to be your best friend in the world to say, hey, I'll lick your toes in front of millions and millions of people.
There's not a friendship that strong in this world.
I mean, you and your nephew now.
I don't like him that much no more. I'm kidding if he's watching this. Uncle Ray still loves you.
Even though you a snitch.
Yeah. You remember.
we heard that you be snitching.
He remembers. He claims he doesn't. He has a short memory according to him. But
you are now like O and O in that classroom.
yeah.
You have no wins in this classroom. That teacher thinks you're a fucking weirdo.
Giving kids beer and
That teacher probably thinks you're crazy now.
I thought I was being the cool uncle. I didn't know he was going to tattletale.
He was naming names.
Yeah. That's the part that got me. If he would have just said my uncle, fine. Oh.
Now we're just gonna roast him on
But the
your show.
fact that he said my name.
He was like, Uncle Ray with the podcast. He did some things that he may not should have.
And then he hid for 2 weeks. Thinking I will forget.
Ooh, child.
Like, oh, he old and cranky, so he gonna forget.
I will pray for him.
But I remember.
No more snitching.
This has got off to a great start again. This has got off to a very great start.
When I get to WrestleMania one day, I just want to be as good as Michael Cole. I just want to be undefeated at WrestleMania. Like my hero, Michael Cole.
Ooh, what if
And I
you
want
beat Michael
nobody to
Cole?
barbecue sauce off my feet. Nobody.
What if
If
you
at any
beat
point
Michael
in
Cole?
history someone is licking barbecue sauce off of me, I've done something wrong.
It's at that point I'm glad I don't have feet.
I'll have to give you mine at that point.
No,
Yeah.
I'll pass.
You'll have to have like dainty lady feet. My feet aren't that dainty. I wear size men's 7.
It's not that bad.
I feel like it's small for men, but it's big for gals. Paris Hilton wears a size 13 shoe.
What?
She's very tall. Remember that she's very tall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You gotta factor in the fact that she's like humongously tall.
Yeah, I didn't. Wow.
Yeah, because she's not like, because I'm only like 5 feet. And then she's like an Amazon compared to me. I don't know how tall, I don't remember how tall she is. I have a book about her somewhere, but I know she's like maybe 5'9", 5'8". She's tall. And then she likes to wear high heels.
So that makes her taller. I used to be 5'7".
How tall are you now?
5'4". They took some inches off when they cut off my feet.
Taller than me. You're still taller than me. They really out here fucking me up.
And
they really out here fucking me up, man. I tried to reach something on the top shelf the other day at the store.
Uh-huh.
And it was way up in there, and I was like whole arms up, like really, like when someone's like really hardcore reaching, like looking for attention, kind of reaching for something.
Yeah.
You know how girls be looking for attention, kind of reaching, like I want to ask for help, but I don't want to ask for it. So maybe if I make it look more dramatic, someone will help me. And the tallest man I'd ever seen before just kind of and walked away.
That's not cool.
And then I saw he had a really hot girlfriend, and I was like, if he helped me, he would have been in trouble. Like, she's probably insecure. I had no makeup on. I looked like a bridge troll. So, like, when I'm not wrestling, my daily job consists of hiding under bridges and asking people riddles so that they may pass. Because, that's just what I look like outside of the ring. And I was not threatening. Maybe if I asked her to help me get my kitty litter for the cats I don't have, that would have went over.
And then she would have asked him to help.
Yeah, like I could have gotten. I feel like I still could have gotten help out of the girl somehow. Like, really? Like, help me. I don't know. I don't think I just want to be tall, man. I've never had to like get to the like second turnbuckle to jump on somebody, so I've always just launched up from my feet. So I guess that's applause. I want to be like, how do you say that guy's name? Omos?
Oh yeah, him. Isn't he like 7'4" or something like that?
He's living the dream. When he kicked that guitar out of that dude's hand, I was like, I rewound that like 3 times. I was like, are you serious? Like, that was so impressive.
I can't wait to see his first match.
I can't wait till he fucking steps on somebody.
I got a feeling he's gonna one day step on AJ. Not even on purpose, just on accident.
When he kicked that guitar, and AJ was just like, and then he just like shoved him out of the way like an old bag of chips. He shoved him away like he was putting like a dirty bag of chips back in the closet. He was like, bye. Fuck, get out of here.
That's funny.
I was like, that is exactly like when something tumbles off like the middle shelf and onto me, and I'm just like, fucking get out of here. Get back in and shut the door really quick. That's someone else's problem.
Did you watch SmackDown Friday?
I think so.
Did you see the guy that Sasha fought?
That she did what?
Wrestled. The guy that she wrestled.
No.
Carmella's little do boy, I guess.
Did I forward her? I know I saw her. And I don't think I paid any attention to her.
He was pretty good. He did all kind of acrobatic shit. He was flipping around like he was in circus or some shit.
I do not know. I think I forwarded her.
I think that's the only thing I was looking forward to watching because I wanted to see what he was going to do.
Really? Fucking. And here's my ass forwarding. I saw someone did the star press.
When Friday?
I don't know. I remember someone did it. I've been hit in the head a lot with things. So a lot doesn't tend to remember over here.
True.
Yeah. The joys of chairs and also car accidents, but mostly. Maybe mostly the car accident. But I tend to forget everything as soon as it happens. And I'm just like, that was a thought. Let it go. I'm like, here's my thought. I'm like fucking packing in. I'm like, can't get it. Just always going. Like, hello. Like, I was gonna change my lip ring, or I was gonna change my tongue ring a month ago. Because I put it in upside down. And then I noticed that it's still upside down.
And I'm the exact opposite. I can't. Once I have something in my mind, I think about it until I get it done.
I wish that was me.
And
I need the memory I had in like college and high school when I'm like reading, but it's like those little fucking things from that fucking movie that I don't remember the name of. Oh my god. Limitless. You know, like all the math is just like unfolding before his eyes, and you're like, I'm like, that was me. And now I'm just like, hello? There's no thoughts here.
it was like from the minute like you agreed to be on my show, that's all I thought about. Like, I have to focus on this. I have to get this done.
I need that kind of drive.
Like, I blocked everything else out except my laundry. I had to do laundry.
I would like to block my laundry out.
And it's like,
I do my dog's laundry. So yay.
I used to do my dog's laundry when I stayed with my parents. The dog had his own closet.
Yeah.
And his clothes were hung up.
So?
But like
my dog has more sweaters than I have sweaters.
My parents would get mad when I fold his clothes and put it in the drawer. Like, no, this need to be hung up. Like, that's not a human, right? He has 4 legs. He can't talk.
I mean, aren't your parents trying for another child?
I hope not.
They got enough stairs for a reason.
They're in their 50s. They don't want to start all over.
That's not old. That's not too late to start.
Yes, it is. Don't get him any encouragement. No.
Ray's mom, if you're out there, I believe in you and the power of your ovaries.
I love my sister, but if it were up to me, I would have been an only child. If it were up to me.
Vomit in your mouth.
Exactly. I'm here for that. I'm all for that.
And then you're going to be getting snitched on.
Life would be awesome.
And then you'd have no one small to teach about Michael Cole and the joys of WrestleMania.
Okay, half of that I could teach them.
Oh, and then you have to tell the people about Titus coming back with Shockmaster.
That has to happen before I die. At least once. At least take a picture together. Something.
I'm here for it. I'm
Just
so here for it.
just take one picture together. That's all I want to see.
Is Shockmaster alive still? I don't even know.
I I want to say yeah.
I want to say yeah too, because I never heard nothing. I've never heard anything. I don't know why I sound like an uneducated idiot right now. I ain't heard nothing. I have never heard that he passed away.
As much as I watch wrestling, I'm watching it now as we speak.
What are you watching?
I'm watching Nitro '97.
Oh, someone just texted me and they're like, "I'm watching Impact," and I'm like, I don't even know what channel that's on.
Oh, I got that DVR. So I'm gonna
Wow,
watch that probably tomorrow.
I should start watching it again. I haven't watched it in years, but now you're telling me they got bought out, so
No, not yet. With AEW and Impact, they're doing some kind of joint thing.
AEW NXT.
But Tony Khan, he's thinking about buying it.
I mean, I would. They're doing good now. What's another station? Or
Yeah,
they seem
I
to know how to run things.
I wish he would buy Ring of Honor instead, though.
Oh yeah, what the hell? I haven't heard about Ring of Honor in forever.
And get them on a better network that everyone has.
What the hell? Are they on a network? What network are they on?
They're on CBS, the Sinclair Network.
Ouch. Who was on MTV? Someone was on MTV at one point.
Wrestling Society X,
Oh yeah.
that
How?
shit show.
I was gonna say how about that?
They only lasted like a few episodes, didn't even last the full season.
I remember Matt Sydal was on that. That was the first time I had seen Matt Sydal.
That was my first time seeing him too, because I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who he was, and then I was like, he do all kind of flippy shit. I like him.
Yeah, he's not that bad. It's like, and then I saw fucking on AEW someone did his move on him, and I was like, that's not allowed, is it?
Yeah, not everybody who do flippy shit can do that move.
I know. I forgot the guy's name who did it. I was like very impressed by him. They started with a D. Darren.
Was this recent?
That's probably wrong. It was like a tag match.
I think I know what you're talking about, because he just had
Yeah.
a match on Dark maybe a week or two ago.
Yeah, it was like a 6-man tag or something, I think.
Yeah.
And then he did it on him, and I was like, but he was like very impressive the whole match, and I was like, wow.
Everybody's that's been on that has been pretty good so far.
I haven't seen one bad person except for Sammy on AEW, and then every time Sammy's on there, I just turn the TV off. I'm just like, okay, delete, or I'm like, bye ratings. You don't need my rating on here. Bye. I don't care about you. I'm like, bye. I'm like, who? I'm like, why are you on the main event? Who said you could be here? Oh my god, he doesn't even go here. He shouldn't. I mean, fuck that guy. But, whatever. I'll take it to my grave. Be right back. I'm taking it to my grave. No. I'll tell the world that I don't fucking like him. I don't care. whatever. I think that's the only person I don't actually like. Although, fucking MJF was just fucking around on Twitter. And I think he's about to get himself in trouble. So, hey.
I like almost every wrestler except one.
Who?
And he knows why.
He knows why.
Yes, he knows why.
Who?
Leo Rush.
Who?
Leo Rush.
Who the fuck is that?
Little scrawny ass pipsqueak looking dude.
I thought you were gonna say Seven or Cory.
No, that's my peoples.
I thought you were just gonna clown on him. I thought you were setting up to clown on him.
No.
I thought you were gonna clown on both of them.
Nah, but Leo, he was supposed to be my first interview ever.
Wow, Neil.
Was supposed to be. And he asked me to pay him. I didn't know, so I was like, okay, whatever. He asked for $100. And so I paid him. I get him on the line, getting ready to start. He's in the car with his family, going somewhere. So he was like, give me maybe an hour. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, it was still early in the day. It was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it was still early. I wasn't doing nothing that day anyway. So I was like, whatever. And so he messaged me and told me he was ready. I called him. He doesn't pick up. I haven't heard from this man in 3 years.
What? How did you pay him?
Through PayPal.
When did you get your money back?
He wouldn't send it back.
How'd you send it?
Through a debit card.
Well, you could have called your debit card and been like, hey, I didn't get what I received, what I asked for, or whatever. I didn't receive this in exchange for the money that I paid, or whatever. You should just fucking fuck him up on social media.
Oh, I have. I've made two rant videos about him. And every time I see him on Instagram or Twitter or anywhere, I would comment on it.
Let me do it.
He blocked me on Instagram.
Ooh, what the fuck?
I'm like, you ass.
What the fuck?
But he didn't block me on Twitter. So every time I think about it, I say something.
Good. Say something. That's a lot of fucking money.
And it was like, to me, it wasn't even about the money at this point. Just apologize or something.
Do the fucking interview.
No, something.
How hard is it to pick up the phone?
Like, why tell me you're ready if you're not gonna answer?
Right? Like, at least reschedule.
Which I would have been fine doing. Because he hadn't got signed yet, so he wasn't, you know. I'm like,
Michael is better than him.
anybody's better than him at this point.
This is true.
And so I was like, screw him. I almost gave up doing interviews.
No, not because of one piece of shit.
Because I was mad. I was frustrated. I was like, man, if
You
he's
should be.
If he's like that, what if the next person's like that? But so far, he's been the only one that stiffed me.
Good. Just keep fucking roasting him.
Yeah, every time I see him or I think about it, I'll say something.
Say something to your credit card.
But it's like, screw him anyway.
Yeah, what the fuck? What a piece of shit.
And it was like he knew it was my first one because I told him, I didn't hide it.
Dude,
And
that is
he
so fucking scummy.
and he just was, I don't know. If he needed the money, just say that. Even just say that. Hey, I needed the money.
He fucking needed the money. You know he needed that money.
Just say something. But the fact that he said nothing, that's what pissed me off.
He was like, bro, I ripped you off because I needed the money, but I also don't know how to have a conversation for like 30 minutes either.
But he's done other interviews since me. He was on one of my friend's shows. I'm like, okay.
Does he still do podcasts?
Every once in a while, he'll do one. I'll find it, and of course, I'll comment on it. Say some hateful stuff.
I should hit him up and be like, hey, will you do a podcast for me? And then connect him to you.
And then my friend said he wanted to talk to me to get to set to set things straight. This was like 5 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard from him yet. I'm like, oh well.
What the fuck?
Exactly.
From your friend or?
No, my friend told me that Leo wanted to talk to me and set things straight. That he was gonna do it when he was ready. I'm like,
How
dude,
you not ready?
it's been 3 years. I've
Yeah.
given you enough time to be ready. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about you.
Send me this dude's info and I'm gonna hit him up on like Instagram.
He's an idiot.
How many Instagram followers does he have?
I don't. I don't know because I can't see because he has me blocked.
What's his fucking Instagram name?
Let's see. Let's shit. The Lionel Green.
Hold on, what?
The Lionel Green. His real name.
He has a TikTok? What the fuck?
Yeah. Didn't need to know that.
Make me. I have more TikTok followers than him. make me like under 60-second video, and then I'll post it on TikTok and tag him.
I had downloaded TikTok,
I'll be like, this dude.
had it for like a week. Got bored.
I'd be like, this dude took my friend's money. What the fuck did I just do? Let's try to put speaker back on. Hold on. Where's this fucking speaker button? Okay. What the fuck? That didn't fix it. Okay. So I have more TikTok followers than him. I have 88K.
Wow.
And he has 45.
That's it? That's hilarious.
So make me like a 1-minute video and be like, I'll be like, this dude scammed my friend and won't give him his money back. You know I'd be ruthless on those Facebook comments.
Yeah. You do speak your mind on there.
I guess I'm mine to be speaking on TikTok now. He really think he gonna mess with me. He mess with you now. Well, he mess with me. So
for a while, I kind of gave up on it, but then I kept seeing him, and it kept like the more I kept seeing him, the madder I was getting.
Nah, I'm a reckless man on TikTok. You mess with my fucking TikTok, bro. I got 88K. What do you have? Nothing. And be like, story time. Ooh, let's do a story time. That's even better.
Okay.
Yes. I'm gonna have you record a story time.
I used to do that on YouTube, just tell stories about stuff that go on in my head or stuff that I've seen.
You'd be like, story time. I got scammed by this fuck bag.
I should write a book. I tried that. Just to write a book about my life, and I got depressed and stressed myself out and was like had a nervous breakdown, so I quit.
No, I'm going to fix this. Fucking, my soul will not rest until I fix this. This man has fucked with the wrong bitch. He got no idea what's coming to him. It's me, bitch.
And I've had other people reach out to him for me. Like almost my entire family wants to destroy him.
I'm gonna destroy him on TikTok. I'm gonna destroy him in public where it matters to him.
And it's like, yeah, I don't have to do that. It's okay. I can handle it. But it's like, nah, we got it. Like, okay. Okay. Have fun.
Yeah, I will.
Tell me how it go.
I will. I'm gonna clown on this man. I'm gonna clown on him like no one has ever clowned on him before.
I believe you.
He thinks I'm playing right now. He's sitting in his house feeling all safe and secure, but then he'll look over and I'll be there doing stuff.
Probably still enjoying that same $100.
Yup. He's just enjoying his life right now. Smelling that $100 bill. just grinding it between his toe scum, and I'm gonna be there doing stuff. And you're like, what's the matter? You gonna make $100 on your OnlyFans? Bitch. And then I will end him.
That's funny.
He doesn't know what's coming. It's me
No.
followed by 88 people. 88,000 people coming at you. Whole ass.
Wow.
You.
Okay, so let's talk about you.
Let's talk about me and how I like to wreck people.
Okay.
I like to punch people in the face for a living, but I also like to destroy people psychologically.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That way, they're emotionally scarred. You can come back from being bruised, but you can't come back from needing a lot of therapy. To unravel the mind fuck that I'm about to put on this man.
I do that to people just in my real life. Just you never know what's going on in my head. People
Now
think
it's
they
time
got
to
it.
use that for evil.
People think they got it figured out, but as soon as they think they do, I change it.
Yes.
Like,
And then
nope.
someone comes along and vomits in your mouth, and you're like, I had no idea this was coming.
Like, Cat, I known he was going to do that. I would not have picked him up.
That could be his finishing move one day.
Gross.
I mean, what's her name does it? Oh my god, I feel like I never know anyone's names until I'm looking directly at them. I forget her name.
I'm bad with faces.
Really?
I can remember a name, but I'm bad with faces.
I can't do names, but I can do faces. Unless the faces are of white men. Then they all look like the same person to me. And I'm like, I don't know.
I'm like that with Asian people. I think they all look alike.
Let me tell you a story.
Uh-huh.
So, I lost my ex-boyfriend in the mall, and I had to get a security guard to find him because he was lost, and that in fact made me lost as well because he was my ride. And the cop goes, okay, describe him so we can find him for you. And I was like, okay, so he's white, he's got blue eyes and brown hair, it's short. And then the cop's like, what's he wearing? And I'm like, jeans and a black t-shirt with a plaid top and sneakers. And the cop's just like, there's like 10 people in this radius that look exactly. And I'm like, I know. Imagine the trouble I'm going through. Like,
Yeah, that could have been anybody.
no. White men are so nondescript. They don't look like anything. One time I was holding his hand and I saw a mannequin in the store, and I thought it was him. I was holding his hand, and I was like, oh, 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 no, you're right here. They all look like the same thing. They all look the same to me. I'm like, you take one and you give it a personality. You take anything beige and you give it a personality in a plaid top. They all look like the same person. Like,
Oh, that's okay.
they all wear plaid tops. All of them. Like, what's with men in plaid?
I
Why y'all
don't
wearing
know.
plaid? What are you, fucking picnic tables? Like, why y'all in plaid for? Every one of them. You open any man's closet and there's just fucking plaid for like. Are you a fucking picnic table right now? Like, are you getting dressed to go to the spring picnic? Like, what? Are you a campground?
I'm glad I don't own anything plaid.
They do. They fucking. It's because you're not a simple white boy.
I'm half white.
Doesn't matter. You're not a simple white boy. You have to be real basic, real, like, simple-minded, like, that much mind to you. Like, just enough mind that you don't get mistaken for a rock. And that's it.
Yeah, that's not me.
Enough that they know you're breathing and moving a little bit. You're like, hi, do you have personality? No? Okay. Let's go on a date. Like, and I'm like, now I'm on like a dating site and I'm talking to someone. Yeah, what does he look like? The same fucking thing. He's white. He's got brown hair. He's wearing a plaid top and his fucking, like, they all look like the same fucking description of people. Like, they're just all picnic tables to me. At this point in my life, I'm just trying to find the right picnic table for me to sit at. That's it. I'm just an ant at a picnic. That's it. I'm an ant at a picnic. What are you looking for in life? A nice picnic table. That's it.
Oh wow.
I don't know.
I just want somebody that won't kill me in my sleep.
You want to be killed in your sleep.
I want someone who won't kill me in my sleep. If you're gonna do it, at least let me see it coming.
What if they wake you up beforehand and just kill you?
Give me 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
So
What
I
are you
can
gonna do
wake
with
up.
5 minutes?
So I can wake up.
What are you gonna do with that 5 minutes?
Just clean the crust out my eyes. Make sure I'm not drooling. I mean, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. At least let me look decent.
So your future wife is just gonna kill you when she kills you. You just want to look okay for it.
Yeah. It may have. I think I just told a lot about myself in that short time.
So what do you think you're going to do to her that leads to her killing you?
She may be having one of those bad days, and I say something stupid, which knowing me, I probably will. Not even to be mean, just thinking I'm being funny, not knowing she's in a bad mood.
When you're in a bad mood and the dude comes over and he's like, just smile, and you're like,
I'm moving out. If I get that look, I'm moving out. I'm leaving town. I'm moving to a new city.
Your eyes roll back like the Undertaker, and then you remember Michael Cole is better.
I think she gonna leave me for Michael Cole. Damn.
If I ever get a husband, I know he's gonna leave me for Michael Cole. And honestly, I just don't know how I'm gonna deal with that. He'll be like, I just want someone undefeated at WrestleMania, and I'll be like, I know, you deserve better. I know.
I'm undefeated on PlayStation 3 at
I have to
WrestleMania.
defeat you on. Why do you have PlayStation 3 number one?
That's because that's the last when I bought before I lost interest. But I'm thinking about getting a PlayStation.
I have a PlayStation 4.
I'm thinking about getting one of those.
Yes. And then I can kick your ass at things.
Because I have a Twitch channel that I don't use.
Yes.
I watch other people's stuff. I watched yours yesterday, but you
Yeah.
probably didn't realize I was even on there because I didn't say nothing.
Why not?
I don't know. I got nervous.
Why? You know it's just me.
I don't know because I'm goofy.
What were you watching me do?
You was playing some some game, some zombie game or I don't some dead something.
Was I killing people or was I running from the killer?
You were looked like you were running away. And
Yeah.
then I kept hearing two other guys talk, and it freaked me out.
Those are my friends. They're from England.
I'm like, oh, okay, this is weird. I didn't know this could happen.
Oh yeah, you can have up to 4 people at once on
Because
on your Twitch thing.
I didn't know that because I've only watched Corey's.
Well, I will teach you about Twitch streaming. And then we can get WWE 2K19 or 20, whatever. They're not making a 21.
It'll be here later this year, probably.
Now they said they're not doing it.
What?
Yeah, they canceled it.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, they're only doing Battlegrounds now.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep. And I don't like Battlegrounds, so I'm not gonna play Battlegrounds. I don't know.
It's okay. I mean,
I don't.
I wouldn't play it. I'd watch other people play, but I wouldn't play it.
I like. I like the game that looks realistic.
Cause that looks like a Street Fighter type game. It looked like Street Fighter, and wrestling had a weird baby.
Sometimes I see a person on like WWE or AEW or something, and I'm like, you look like a creator wrestler. And I'm like, I was watching someone the other day, and I was like, you look like a creator wrestler, but like they put the knees too low on the settings. I'm like, because you can adjust your character like the legs, so like calf length, and then knee length to thigh length, whatever is how the legs work.
Uh-huh.
Like, someone put the knees too low on this one.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, I don't remember who she was, but I was like, the knees are very low on this girl. And I was like, your knees are basically like where your calves should be. I was like, who built this one? Who made this girl? I was like
That's
trying to
funny.
picture, I was trying to picture her like bending down,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, how does this work for you? I'm like, so you don't just like whole ass kneel. So now I'm just picturing her like just front curls, and I'm like, what? I'm like just looking at her body, and I'm like, you're so beautiful. How do you do basic things with these knees? I'm like, you must have like knee issues. Like I don't know, but there must be some kind of like
Has
pain.
to be.
Yeah, like there has to be something painful going on there. I don't know. I am not a doctor.
Unless she's gotten used to it.
Maybe it looked like genetic or just like bad surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Either one. It's like I hear my new hot water heater. It better not. Y'all best stay in the fucking tank, bitch. So I've discovered that 40 gallons of water spilled out into my basement this morning is what I cleaned up
Uh-huh.
by hand.
Wow.
Go me.
I know, right?
I know. I'm great.
That's crazy.
It's always me. It's always some bullshit. I'm like, I
When
looked
it,
at the floor and my worms are escaping, and I'm like, no. To my knowledge, I only had one escaped worm. I had a bucket of dirt on the floor,
uh-huh.
and I only had one escaped worm, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I would have done if all my worms left me. That sounds weird.
How many worms do you have?
I don't know. 40 maybe? I have earthworms. And then I have larval worms that are like, they'll turn into flies eventually. But hopefully will be eaten before they turn into flies. What the hell is that? And then I have a lot of roaches. I started off with 50 roaches. Now I probably have like 4 or 5. I could just see your face processing. What the fuck?
I'm assuming it's for your lizard.
Yeah.
That's what my mom was like. It has to be for her lizard.
But in the spring, I will have pet roaches.
Why?
Which I think is going to be disgusting. Because I'm going to breed them.
Mm-hmm.
Because buying roaches gets expensive. You get like 50 a package, and then they eat like 50 a month. So like 50 every single month. So like I usually buy 1,000 crickets because the majority die,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have like a backup, like a surplus of cricket. It's like 1,000 cricket, then like 200 fly larvae that are like just worms, and then 50 roaches. So it's like 4 stuff. And then I try to give him big caterpillars as a snack, and then he wouldn't touch it. And I was like, I'm so glad I wasted $15 on caterpillars. Like,
He's so spoiled.
and I tried to give it to the gecko, and he was like, please, I'm like, please just try this. My gecko is more fighty. He likes to, well, he doesn't hunt, but he likes to fight.
Uh-huh.
So he's kind of he's got like the wrestling spirit in him.
Yeah.
So he's not a fucking, he's not a hunter, but he's a brawler. And he'll go down fighting until the day he dies. And that'll probably be how he dies. So he's gonna go out in the ring like Ric Flair. And that's just my gecko. But he won't hunt. So usually I have to pre-kill all his food for him and then put it in the bowl because he won't kill it himself. He'll kill it, but he won't like hunt it and then eat it. Like if he kills it, he won't eat it. But if mom kills it, it's fine. Like, okay. Okay. How do you know? Like,
I mean, why kill it if you're not going to eat it?
because he likes the sport of killing. He likes the fight that goes with the killing.
Just like a man, sounds like.
He just likes to fight. He'll fight anything, but he won't kill to eat. So if he's hungry, he comes to me and he's like looking at me and he's like, and I'm like, you killed that thing, can't you just eat that? And he's like, no, can't do it with these claws. I'm like, really? So then I come over and I have like a bug mallet at this point. I don't fucking know. I found like a walnut cracker at the store. It's just like a very light, tiny hammer, and I'm just like, bam. I'm just like knocking these things unconscious.
Wow.
I feel so stupid when I do it. I'm like, here's like a little bug, and then here's me with a fucking hammer. I'm just like, bang. And then I just put it in the bowl, and I'm like, here you go. And then he's like, yay, dinner. And I'm like, what about the one you just fucking crushed for no reason? Can't do it on this. Nah. I'm like, I basically paid like, so each bug is 10 cents per piece. And I'm like, I can't believe I paid like fucking 10 cents for you to fight something to the death. And then you fucked away from it. You just fucked off. I'm like, how did you just fuck off from this point? Like, what kind of lizard are you? Like, why do you just fight and then that's it? I feel like he's like those people, those like horrible, terrible people that like kill elephants for fun and then just leave the body for no reason, and then you're like,
I hate when people do that.
Yeah, that's him as a fucking human. If he was a human, that's who he'd be. And I'm like he took down a fucking grasshopper that was like this big. And like that tall or something. And he's a little gecko, so he's like that long with tail. And like that tall. And I'm like, how the fuck? How did you fight this big ass grasshopper? And like, I don't know. But it went down. I'm like, he went at it like all jaws. And I'm like, I don't know how it happened. My back was turned. I was feeding another one, and then I turned around, and this fucking grasshopper was just dead. And I'm like, I had plans for that. Like, why are you dead?
Plans changed.
I know. I'm like, that one was $2. I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, bro. I'm like, when you try to breed things, you try to buy them at the adult size. And get them to fuck. You just try to get it really romantic in there. And then hope for the best. So I need to get 7 female roaches and 5 male roaches, because apparently the female roach is very particular about who she'll fuck.
Well, that's good.
I was like, excuse me, I just can't get like 1 and 1. But no, they might not like each other. And I'm like, you're both the same species, just work it out. You're not gonna find another one of you in the same box. Like,
They have standards, I guess.
the ladies have standards. And then whatever males are left, the males who have mated with the female will kill the other males and eat them, but save their shell for warmth. And I was like, that's metal as fuck. I just had an idea.
Yeah.
Michael Cole should come out of Undertaker's coffin at WrestleMania.
There we go, back to Michael Cole. We started with him, and here he goes again. You said this was going to happen.
I'm just telling you how it is. You admitted, you said he was the greatest wrestler of all time.
You told me this was going to happen.
You told me he was the greatest wrestler of all time.
Because you convinced me somehow. I don't know how you did it, but you did it. I still don't know how you did it.
Say it again.
I can't. Feel like I'm lying to my viewers. I'm breaking my own rule. Michael Cole is the greatest wrestler ever. Why'd you have to look at me like that? Why'd you have to look at me like that?
What did I look at you like?
Like, you better say it.
I can't help it. I'm Puerto Rican. That's just our phase. We just have that kind of phase. I can't help it. My face just does that automatically.
Okay.
It's not our fault.
No.
It's just it's just the instinct thing we do. I can't help it.
Just that mere in a week, and I just proved it on camera. All you did was just look at me, and I gave in. You didn't say a word. You just looked at me. I'm learning so much about myself right now that I didn't even know.
That you're a big Michael Cole fan.
I thought I was stronger than this.
So
I thought I was.
We have learned the joys of Michael Cole. We have learned. What else have we learned tonight?
We learned about your pets.
We have learned the particulars of the mating ways of the female roach.
And
not the ghetto kind of roach, but like they're a special breed of roach from India, so they're fancy.
So they have standards, which I did
They
not
have
know.
standards, unlike the American roach that wants to just invade your household when it's dirty. They also don't like things when it's dirty, so they won't invest. They won't invest in your house and decide to build homes within it. So they don't like dirty things. They don't like too much clutter. They only like to have one little house. I'm like, okay. I'm like, wow. For a family of fucking 10, you only want one house? All right. And then I was like, you know what? These bugs are not Indian. They are Puerto Rican. They all want to live in the same fucking house. I'm like looking around at my house, and I'm like, we got grandparents here, we got parents here, we got everybody here. Everyone's in the same fucking roof. I was like, these bugs are practically fucking kids. I'm like, oh. I'm like, all right. And I've had these for like a year, and my parents don't know. My parents have no idea they're here. I think my mom was like, what is that? And I was like, it's a beetle. It's not like, they're not like that yet. They're still like, they're probably like thumbnail size. If that. Maybe like pinky nail size, and then they get to be like thumbnail size before they reach like the diesel size of roach.
Yeah.
So in the spring, I'm gonna buy diesel female size roaches, and then males, and hope they fall in love. Roaches out here really finding love before me.
It'll happen.
But who out there is my picnic table? We need a picnic table for me and a murderer for you, apparently.
I'm not saying I want that, but I'm just saying it may happen.
I'm saying I think you want a murderer.
I'm just mentally preparing myself just
You're
in case.
You're mentally preparing yourself to be murdered.
Just in case.
You want to disappoint a woman so badly that she kills you.
No, I don't want to. I just know it may happen.
I feel like that's a fair warning for all men.
But don't be stupid.
Yeah, give men like your top 10 advice with women. Let's hear like number 1. Number 1 is probably don't be stupid.
That's 1 through 3. Don't be stupid. Don't say nothing stupid.
Don't be stupid. Don't
ignore her.
Don't do anything stupid. Yeah, don't ignore us. We don't fucking like that. I don't know why men think we like that. We don't like that. So that's 4.
Listen.
5.
Make her feel like she's important.
6.
Because she is.
Yes.
Why am I single? And I know these things. I don't know.
You should. It's because you're out there looking for a murderer.
I'm not looking for one. They're just...
We gotta get you like the number to like a female prison and just be like,
No.
They're single. I'll be like, who's there single? My boy trying to get killed today. I'll be like, any of you guys trying to do a murder? Cause I got the man for you right now.
And then once that happens, you're gonna go on TikTok and complain about it.
I will. We do like to complain a lot, but mostly because y'all be fucking aggravating.
We don't.
Number 8 should be don't be aggravating.
I don't aggravate.
But men aggravate. Not all men, but men.
I'm the most calm, relaxing, easiest person to talk to.
Men do be aggravating though. Sometimes you see a man and you just want to hit him with a brick, and you're like, can you not?
And now I can be convinced to say things just by being looked at. That's your fault.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about your Lord and Savior, Michael Cole?
He's in great shape now. He's in better shape than me.
He's in better shape than me.
I'm shaped like a bowling ball.
I'm shaped like, I don't know. What am I shaped like? I don't fucking know. I'm round.
You're in better shape than me.
I'm really not. I haven't worked out in like a year
That's not that bad.
or so. Because then I was in a car accident and I couldn't work out. And then I was in physical therapy and I had no use of my arm. So here's some actual stuff about me for your listeners. So I was in a really bad car accident. I had absolutely no use of my arm for 2018 to fairly recently, last year. Probably like the summer of last year. And now I can do this.
Awesome.
So I have the use of my arm back. And then my neck was damaged badly, and my spine was damaged badly, and my hip is damaged badly. So I'm going to be using the DDP yoga for my spine and my hip, and hopefully that works out for me. I'm at, I think, 18% disability is what my doctors put me at. I don't know what that means, except the fact that I'm 18% disabled. Okay.
You
And
can almost get a check.
it, what percentage do you need for a check?
I don't know because I'm like fully disabled, so I made the list. I came into the world disabled, so I don't know.
I don't know what 18% means, but I guess I'll see eventually. I would like to be 0% and be able to sit up for long periods of time, which I can't do. So that sucks. I don't know, like sitting down is really hard for me. Sitting down is like the worst pain for me. Standing kind of sucks. And walking sucks. Walking is horrible. I don't recommend walking to anybody. Walking is terrible, dangerous. Like, you'll probably have a heart attack if you walk or run or jog or do really anything that involves anything other than laying down and having pizza. You'll probably fucking die.
That
It's
sounds
dangerous.
like a good day.
I know. I recommend to everyone that you stop exercising and you lay down on the couch or somewhere comfy, like a really old leather couch that's like sinking a bit, so it's nice. Like the firmness is gone, so you're just getting in there cozy and shit. And then you get a fucking blanket and a pizza.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. That's better than going to the gym any day.
Yeah.
What I
If
don't
people,
recommend is going to the gym and sweating for like 3 hours. And then when you get back in your car, you're like fucking wet and moist and smelly. And then you get in and you try to sit in a way that like your back doesn't touch the fucking seat of the car because you know that's gonna like leave a fucking print of sweat. But if you shower there, you're also in danger of someone seeing you naked. And you know the men's stalls don't have curtains like the ladies' rooms. But sometimes ladies just be fucking invasive and they're like, hey, y'all got some soap? And you're like, take it and go. please come back with it, but take it and go. And you're like, bitch, fucking privacy curtain for a reason. Like, you try to get the stall that's away from people, then you still, like, you hear, like, the flip-flops approach, and then you get, like, you got shampoo in here? And you're like, I'm naked right now. You got shampoo or not? Yes, here we go. Like, girls have no semblance of privacy. And then you be changing out in the open. Like, I don't know, that doesn't bother me so much. I'll change out in the open in front of girls, I don't care. But there's a lot of people, I think, in the men's room, y'all don't want to see naked. There's a lot of balls of various ages that you don't want to see in there.
True. That's very true.
When you're sitting at home with a pizza, there's no balls in your face. The only balls that are there are your balls. Hey.
Sound like fun.
So why would you ever want to go to the gym?
If people wouldn't post pictures online of gyms, I wouldn't know what the inside of a gym looks like. And that's sad to admit. I have never in my life been to a gym.
I haven't seen the photo of an inside of a gym in, like, 2 years, maybe. I haven't seen anyone posting gym selfies last year, for obvious reasons. And then, like, the ending of, like, the year prior, and now this year, I haven't seen a single gym photo, which I guess is really good because, you know, you don't want to go to the gym and get COVID now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I would be going back to the gym, but man, I'm not getting COVID because I want to fucking use a treadmill. Fuck that. I'm not a person that likes to be sweaty, so.
Wait a minute, they like to be sweaty?
I don't know. What isn't, like, a lot of people at the gym, like, aren't you trying to be sweaty and, like, work up a sweat? Like,
I mean, that's the point, but you shouldn't enjoy it.
Like when Richard Simmons is like, yeah, let's get sweaty or whatever, and then you're like,
he's a weirdo too.
Do you think Richard Simmons could take on The Undertaker?
In a fight or an exercise contest?
Both.
I think The Undertaker would toss him into the 5th row, but I think he could outwork The Undertaker.
Let's just call this show The Things Undertaker Can't Do Compared to Other People.
I want him to rent a wheelchair one day and race me. I bet I could beat him.
Undertaker?
Yeah.
Or Richard Simmons?
Both.
I feel like you'd lose to Richard Simmons.
Probably.
Because he's got those arms. He don't know when to stop.
And then as he's passing me, he start laughing.
He's doing donuts around you, and he's like, come on.
He'll turn around and roll backwards and start laughing at me.
He's giving you words of encouragement.
Like, come on, you can do it. I know you can do it. I believe in you. Like, shut up. Just shut up.
And at the finish line, you get to pin The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
And then he puts his boot in my face.
At least he's not putting vomit in your face.
Good point. When I was younger, I used to tell people that Ric Flair was my grandfather.
I like how no matter what period of life anyone is in, Ric Flair has always been old.
This sadly true. Because when I started watching him, he was already in his 40s.
No one's ever like, when Ric Flair was young, I blank. No one ever starts off a story like Ric Flair's younger days.
I wish I could, but I can't. I'd be lying if I did. And I don't like to lie.
That's why you had to tell the truth about Michael Cole.
You made me do it. I was
But
forced.
it was the truth.
I was tricked into it. You gave me that look and I fell for it.
It was really just factual information.
I didn't want to disappoint you on camera. Like, no, I can't do it. I have to say it. She's going to be disappointed in me, and I don't want that.
You know what's even funnier?
What?
Even when Charlotte was like a baby, Ric Flair was still old.
That is true. Gross. Somebody let him put his old balls on them.
He's like never been young.
Not in my lifetime.
See, like, has he been young in anyone's lifetime?
Isn't he in his 70s now?
I don't know. Look it up.
I think so.
You can't be. He's got to be older than 70. He's got to be 80 something. 82.
I'm just to find out now. This is weird.
I'm saying 82. It's gotta be.
71. He
What
is
the fuck?
71.
How old is Charlotte? We're gonna do the calendar game.
She's 34. Wow.
She's 30. She looks good for 34.
She's older than what I thought. I thought she was like 31.
Let's see. All right, so Rick was like 37, 40 when he had her. Which isn't far off from your parents.
Our parents are in their 50s.
I know, but if they want to make a baby,
They don't need it. No.
I said they're not far off.
They don't need it.
If Rick was 40 when he had Charlotte,
They don't need it though. That's crazy. I didn't know she was that old.
she doesn't look that old.
No. That's why I thought she was at least 31 at least. I didn't know she was 34.
Do I feel old or do I feel young now? I don't know.
I don't know how I feel right now.
Same.
Some days I feel old as dirt. Other
No
days
matter
it
what you
feels
do,
like I could fly.
you're as old as Ric Flair.
Hey, he still get women though.
He's.
Why
I was
I'm
gonna say
married?
he has money, but he really don't.
No, because he drinks it all.
Nah, because he marries them all.
That too.
He's like, what? Another wife? Sign me up.
At this point, I feel like he's trying to break some kind of weird record of being. He's trying to tie his world title reigns.
With marriages.
That's what I think he's slowly trying to do.
That's how far off is he?
I think this is his fifth marriage. He has a ways to go.
He's got a ways to go.
I'm pretty sure Charlotte and her brother are like another stepmom, really dad.
They never made it onto any big promotion.
Who?
Anyone but Charlotte.
David tried in WCW, but he was horrible.
My point stands.
But at least he was on TV for a while.
Wonder what he's doing now.
I know he's fat now. He looks like he ate himself.
I want to look him up now. Let's see. I've never seen what he looks like before.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. He has that face you can't forget.
Why does he look like Ryan from The Office? He used to look like Ryan from The Office. He looks better now.
Well, the last time I seen him, he was fat.
Yeah, he's fat now, but he looks so good. I'm here for it.
And this in the picture I'm looking at, he looks like Joey Fatone's slow brother. That's something I never thought I'd say.
I think he looks better fat. Have you seen The Office?
Not regularly, but I've seen a few episodes.
Look up Ryan from The Office and then type in, like, blonde. There was a couple episodes where he dyed his hair blonde.
Okay. I see it. Again, you are right.
I've never been wrong.
I used to say that. Now, I don't know what to believe anymore.
Name one time I have been wrong.
I can't.
I was right about Michael Cole.
What's with what's with Michael Cole? Why do you like him so much?
I don't know. I'm just saying I don't like him. I'm just saying he's undefeated.
Because he had help.
Where?
Let's see what. Didn't Eric Bischoff help him restart the match with Jerry?
I don't know.
I believe so.
Still undefeated.
Jerry won that match because Stone Cold helped him. And I was fine with that.
That's because you're simping for Stone Cold.
That's because I was wanting to see somebody beat up heel Michael Cole. because I can't do it.
Has Michael Cole ever been a face character?
Yeah, after Jerry almost died, he started turning face again,
Yeah, I mean that's out of like necessity,
and
though.
he's been face since.
Really?
Yeah, ever since Jerry almost died, he's been face since.
I thought he was trying to help that guy learn how to be a heel commentator.
Oh, Corey,
Yeah, I think so.
Corey Graves.
Corey, I don't know. It sounds like a younger voice than Corey. Corey learned
Uh,
everything from William Regal.
I don't know. I don't think so
Why is Corey even on commentary?
because he can't wrestle anymore because of concussions,
Oh,
and they
fuck.
didn't want to let him go.
Hell no.
They wanted to keep him, working so he'd have a steady income because he can't wrestle
Yeah, I mean,
because of his concussions.
that's good.
And so Michael Cole helped him with commentating.
I miss Tyson Kidd.
Me too.
I don't think Samoa Joe is a good commentator.
I like Samoa Joe
Why is he even commentating? Why is he commentating?
because he's been injured a lot and they don't want him to come back yet.
Um, I don't want him to see him wrestle. I don't care about him wrestling. I saw enough of that in TNA.
I like I like hearing Samoa Joe cut promos on people.
He'd be a better manager.
Just
Yeah,
just
why aren't they using him as a manager?
huh?
Why aren't they using him as a manager? He'd be a good manager.
Yeah. He could who could he manage though?
Anybody.
He could be the next Paul Heyman. Just shred people, just talk shit about people.
Talking shit.
Just make you feel as small as possible with his words.
I'm here for it.
I would listen to that.
I'm here for it. I really am here for it. I don't want to see him wrestle again. I don't care about his wrestling.
I mean, I could watch him wrestle again.
I'm still salty about Tyson Kidd.
It'd have to be a big match though for him to come back.
CM Punk.
I just want him to come back.
Who, Joe or Punk?
Punk.
Same.
Only because I hope AJ come back too.
Yes, that too.
If he
AJ's
come
so,
back, hmm,
AJ's so nice.
yeah,
It was like CM Punk and JBL as a tag team.
that'll be a weird team.
Leave me alone. Let me have my fantasies. Like every man's fantasy is like, oh, fucking The Rock and Stone Cold unite and they do this and that, and I'm like, give me something weird. Give me something unexpected. Like, okay. Pick your janky shit.
Ooh, Hornswoggle and Mark Henry. They could be a team.
Hornswoggle and Omos.
Yeah, even better because he's like even taller. That'd be hilarious.
What happened to Mark Henry? He was on a wheelchair? something.
He he had some kind of surgery on his leg or
I
his
think
knee.
he was missing a leg.
That's what I thought too until I saw
I
the
was
scooter.
like,
I'm like, oh. I'm like, when did he get his leg amputated?
yeah, same. I
If
was like, I was looking at him and I was like, oh, the diabetes got him. And then I don't know why. I assumed like everyone has diabetes all the time because my uncle lost his leg to diabetes. So I was just like, oh my god, the diabetes got Mark Henry.
that's the first thing people ask me when they see
Really?
me. Yeah, and
Why?
that's not even true.
Why?
I don't know, 'cause that's probably just the first thing that pops into to the head. Oh, he's a diabetic, so he.
I think
I,
my uncle's like the only one I know that lost his leg because of diabetes. But now whenever I see someone without like like any part of their body, I'm just like, diabetes. It's like ingrained from my childhood because my mom was like, if you eat if you eat that cereal, you're gonna lose a fucking leg too. And I'm
mm,
like, I'll have Cheerios. I can't. My mom says if I eat like Frosted Flakes, I won't have arms anymore. And then like everyone else would be like, you stupid? And I'm like, it happened to my uncle. I mean, he's only missing a leg. He has his arms, but I was like convinced my arms would fall off, and I was like, I'm gonna have like no arms, no legs. What if my head falls off? And I was like, I remember being like, I went up to my dad and I was like, can you live? I was like 3. I'm like, can you live if your head falls off? And my dad's like, yeah, you ever see a chicken run around with its head cut off? And I was like, Mom told me if I eat Frosted Flakes, I'm gonna lose my arms and my legs and my head. Meanwhile, she said none of that. She just said I was gonna lose my arms, so I couldn't eat cereal anymore. And I'm like, and then like, I think last month she saw me put like half a cup of sugar in my Fruit Loops, and I was like, I'm an adult. What are you gonna do about it? I know better now. I know about anatomy now. I know people can't.
wait. You put sugar in Fruit Loops?
Yeah, there's not enough.
They're already sweet.
They're not enough.
Do you want to bounce off the walls?
I said what I said. There's
Oh,
not enough. I eat confection sugar with a spoon. I like to get a piece of fried dough and then like scoop the confection sugar out of the package. Like the dough is the spoon and like the sugar is what I'm actually trying to eat.
mm-hmm.
And the dough is just a fucking spoon. So
Why not
instead of
get an
like,
actual spoon?
no, that's what the fried dough is for. You make it in the shape of sticks and then it becomes the spoon.
Okay.
So instead of raising like a sugar-feared adult child person thing, whatever my mom was trying to do to scare me away from the fact that everyone in our family has diabetes, she just raised me to be obsessed with confection sugar. And now whenever I see it, I just lick it and I'm like, yay. I'm like my friend tried to make a gingerbread house and use confection sugar as like the snow, and I'm just there. I'm like licking the roof. I'm like, oh, I'm like, this is so fucking good. I'm like, can you make more roof? And she's like, why are you eating the fucking roof? It's the beginning of December. And I'm like, just make another fucking roof. It's so delicious. I can't help it. I
Yeah,
think it's
I'm like,
because I lacked the sugar as a child because I was afraid of losing my arms and my face. I don't think I comprehended that I would have like no neck as well I think I just like thought like face would be gone, and then you would just see like neck, and that was it. And I'd be like, how do I see out of my neck holes? I'm like, do I just hold my head like a fucking Edwardian statue? And just take it everywhere like a fucking purse? I don't know. I don't know what my like child brain was thinking, but
That's
having
fun.
no head was a very big concern, as well as quicksand. I was very scared of quicksand as a child. That was more on cartoons than it was my parents. I thought quicksand would be a bigger problem in life. It's really not. I've never seen quicksand. But every fucking cartoon had quicksand happening to somebody, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you gotta watch out for that shit.
Me and sand are not friends.
I'm fucking covered in it right now. There's so much around me. I'm sitting with a palm tree right now.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be a palm tree.
What happened to it?
Lizards.
Oh.
And now it's just a stump, a funny looking stump. Do you want to see this fucking... I don't even know if you would call it a stump, because it's just... I don't know, what would you could call like a stump, like something that's been like when you chainsaw the tree to the ground, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright, so maybe not a stump. I don't. I'll let you decide what this is. Okay.
Okay.
You tell me what it is, because to me it's just a fucking stump. Ah. As the camera falls over. As you see, the palm tree was like the nucleus of holding my phone up. As is the small radish that I'm using to prop the camera now. This is the top of it.
Oh. That's so sad.
I know, right? Like, this was all beautiful palms coming down. So it was like a whole beautiful palm tree. And then you can see where like it all got eaten up. And now it's just this.
I was gonna say that's me in tree form, but no. I don't know what to call that.
I don't know what. I really don't know.
Cause it's not a stump. Cause it
It
still has
reminds
this stick part.
okay, so it's more like a stick then. Like I have like a stick in dirt at this point. People come over and they're like, why do you have like a fucking... What is this? When people even know what to call it when they see it, they're just like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, palm tree.
I
The
don't
palm
know
tree.
what that is. I've never seen anything like that in my life. That's the
I
first.
mean, it has not been sawed off. So I really don't know.
That's the first time I've seen anything like that.
Same.
And I've seen some weird shit.
Welcome to my palm tree. I have since bought him a new one that is much bigger. So it started off with this little one because he was just a baby. And now he has one that's about 4 feet tall. You know, I got him that for Christmas, so that was like my splurgy spendy gift. That was like $30. I used like a veterans discount to get it.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of being like $40, it was like $30. And I'm like, cool. I looked at the lady and I was like, can I use my grandpa's veterans discount? And I had the card in my hand, but she didn't ask for it. And she just kind of like looked at me and assumed I said veteran to her. And I was like, alright. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue with a discount. I mean, I had the veterans card in my hand,
Mm-hmm.
like ready to give her. I'm like you know how your phone has like that wallet in the back sometimes. So
Uh-huh.
like I had it, and I'm like ready to give it to her, and she's just like typing it in, and I'm like, I don't know her. She don't know me, but she assumes from the way that I look, something about me says veteran, and I assure you it does not.
That's another thing people would think about me and my legs. They
That
would
you're
think
a
I
veteran.
would. Yeah. And I would like, no, I appreciate it, but no.
Has anyone just given you random free stuff for it?
I wish.
I feel like whenever I see someone who's a veteran out in the world, they're just like, take this and this and this and this and this and this, and I'm like, wow, a lot of free stuff you're getting.
I mean, because that's something I would do. I would do that for them.
I'm like, me and my grandfather is a veteran, and there was like a guy in a wheelchair who had like a veteran's hat on at the I don't know where we were. You wouldn't know the restaurant anyways, but some like diner we were at, like a local diner,
Hmm.
and he went to pay for his meal, and then there was like 5 other people trying to pay for it, and I was like, damn, what's somebody else doing nicely? Like, I'm like, why y'all fighting about it? Like, fucking. So like, my grandpa bought him like a gin instead, or like whatever.
Hmm.
Like, he's like, here, have some drinks for you instead, whatever, because someone else had bought like the meal.
Yeah.
But then like other people got in a fight about it, and I'm like, this isn't your time to show off. Like, giving a man something free is not your time to show off because he did something for our country. Like, I don't think he specifically went out and said, I'm gonna fucking die for you. Like, I don't think he went off with that intention that you were solely the human being that he was putting his life on the line for.
Right.
So stop fighting about him in public like he's an object. Like, what kind of fucking weirdos? I'm like, you're probably making him uncomfortable, number one.
Oh,
Like,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I think he's probably, like, and he was disabled, and I'm like, he's probably feeling horrible right now. Like, y'all making a scene. He's just trying to have breakfast, and y'all never did nothings with your lives. Certainly didn't serve. Trying to give people free stuff because you want attention? Maybe?
Like, do it because you genuinely care, You mean it. You don't
Yeah, like,
do it just to be seen.
yeah, like, fucking, like, my grandpa's actually a veteran, so, like, obviously he cares, but I think everyone else who just started a fight to start a fight was just, like, those, I want attention from doing something nice kind of people, and I was like, I don't get this. Like,
Like those.
why is this happening? I've never seen anything like that before.
Me
I've never
neither.
seen anyone attention seek over someone. Like, why do you need recognition to do something nice? I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, you
Right.
like, just do the nice thing and go away. Like, my grandpa realized that we couldn't pay for his meal, so we bought him a drink instead, like an alcoholic beverage. Like, yeah, it's fucking morning, but who cares? Like, it's a drink. Like, you don't have to buy alcohol with it. You just know the money's there if you want to make that choice. Or you can
Right.
spend it on, like, a milkshake or whatever morning, like, coffee, whatever you want. Like, get a coffee to go, get a coffee now, and get one to go. Whatever you want. Like, the money's at the bar if you want it.
Right.
That's it. And no one's like, pat on the back, you did something nice. Like, that's not the point of doing nice things. It's just not.
Like those people who would record themselves giving things to the homeless.
Ooh, I don't like that.
I mean, either it bugs me.
I'm like, why are you recording that? I'm like, they probably feel really bad.
Like, if you're gonna do something nice, just do it.
Yeah, like, do you need the proof that you did it? Does, like, no one believe you? Or, like, I get the trying to raise awareness for it, but also don't embarrass people.
It's like they could do a video after, like when they're away from the person.
Yeah, like, or maybe ask first. Be like, do you want to be in my video? Like, do you want to say something in my video? Like, just anything. Like, don't walk up to people already filming. It is weird.
Yeah, I hate videos like that.
It's like that one guy, I don't remember his name. It's like Joey something, and he's always making, like, attention videos where he's, like, purposely doing stuff like that, or, like, intentionally harming someone, and you're like, can you not? You're like, you're not funny. I'm like, you purposely watch somebody fall down a flight of stairs. Do you really think that's funny? Or do you think that you probably really hurt somebody? Like, that's not funny.
The only thing he's focused on is his views.
Yeah, and you're like, that's not the important thing here. If you're trying to do something nice, I get the raising awareness thing of it. If you want to raise the awareness, ask the person if they want to be on the video. If they say no, go the fuck away.
Exactly.
Like, that's it. I'm sure there's someone else who will say yes eventually. If no one does, you still did a nice thing. Like, talk about it on your video.
And then go home.
Yeah, like, you have the proof, you have the thing to do the nice thing with. You have the intention of going out. Don't bother the person on video where everyone in the world can see them. Like, that's so fucking weird. Like, damn. Like, what if that person tries to get a job one day and your shit went viral? Or, like, their family sees that? Like, have some humanity.
People don't care.
People just want views for shit. Or people just want a pat on the back for no reason. I'm like, I have a pile of, like, nice winter jackets because my family doesn't know when to stop buying jackets, which I guess is also a problem of mine. I just buy a lot of coats constantly. And I'm like, another coat on sale? I love it. But also, I don't wear sleeves because I have fat arms. And when you're fat and you want to wear sleeves, those two things just don't go together. So I end up, like, I'll put all, like, my jackets in a big, like, I don't know, like a hefty bag. and just go to New York City, and because I'm not that far from it, and I'm just like, there's a bunch of homeless people everywhere. I'm just like, here's a coat, here's a coat, here's a coat. Where's my recording? It doesn't exist because I'm nice and I don't fucking walk up to people and I'm like, here you go. Like, do you need the attention? Or did you want to do the nice thing?
They don't need it, but they want it.
I'm like, and then what happens if your video doesn't go viral? Are you not going to do a nice thing again?
Or you get like a bunch of hate.
Like, are you still not going to do a nice thing because something didn't go the way, like you either didn't get the likes or you got negative attention, you got people hating you, or it just didn't work out as planned? Are you still gonna do the nice thing? Probably not. And then that's how you know who's really out there to do something nice versus get attention for themselves.
Yeah, and those kind of people suck to me.
Yup. I used to be friends with a girl like that, and it was the worst. Like, I run a charity organization for children in my state, and then, like, the surrounding areas. So, like, New York, Massachusetts, wherever the fuck. And then I ended up kicking her out because she was not listening to the rules and being really shitty to other people. But also, her house is covered, like, because we were, like, actual friends, too. Her house is covered in pictures of herself, which is weird. And I was like, who likes to look at themselves this much? But I didn't say that because we were friends. And I was just like, so whenever I'd go over her house with like another person, I'd be like, tell me if you notice something weird. And then we'd leave and they'd be like, it's a lot of photos of herself. And I'm like, I know. I'm like, isn't that weird? That's psychotic. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you're not even like, what are you trying to accomplish with like, you're not, the fuck? I don't know. Like, you're not a museum piece. Why are you like putting these up like you are fucking Picasso? Like, you might look like a Picasso. You're not getting the revenue of a Picasso. Like, damn. And then I kicked her out. So instead of saying like, oh, I'm sorry, and then apologizing to like the people she hurt, she's like, I'm gonna start my own thing and I'm gonna do my own thing. And then she did, and it failed hardcore. And then we all just kind of like point and laugh. And then we're like, so are you attention seeking or are you trying to do the nice thing? Because the nice thing would have been to say sorry to the people you hurt and move along.
You're right.
I'm like, someone's obsessed with themselves. If you couldn't tell by all the photos of you in the house. And I'm like, really? That really sucks for you. Which is weird because, like, my ex got a really bad vibe from her. And her boyfriend needed a kidney. And I was a match. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do it because I really care about her and him. And I was going to do it. He was like, don't do it. You're going to regret it because she's a bitch. And I'm like, excuse me, that's my fucking friend. I'm going to save his life. And then she was a bitch. So I had all the paperwork done to do it. And I was going to give it to her at her wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, here you go. And like a couple months before this had happened, and I was like, Ooh, I guess your life really was in my hands, huh? Ooh. I was like, I guess you were being unkind to the wrong person. Isn't that weird? I was like, I'm gonna take away doing the nice thing because you're not a nice person, and you're probably gonna go on with your life being a bitch to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're gonna go through life attention seeking. Do you deserve that? Like, you can find a kidney from someone else now instead of trying to wreck the dreams of small children. You're like, no. And
People
now,
like that need help.
she really do. Now for kids, if she ever has kids, if they ever want to see Michael Cole wrestle at WrestleMania, they can't.
This is the
Honestly,
most in my entire life I've talked about Michael Cole.
I think you're living the wrong kind of life.
Like, the only time I've ever said his name is when I'm calling him an idiot for something he said.
What is the most idiotic thing you think he's ever said?
Daniel Bryan, anything about Daniel Bryan, basically.
I hate it. I do not. I don't. How do I even say this? I like Daniel Bryan as a person, as a human being, as a person outside of the ring. He's a good guy. He's an amazing person. I don't get the appeal of him as a wrestler.
He
But I
is
know
single-handedly
from
changing SmackDown. He is changing SmackDown. Everybody he works with, he's building them up. That he wants, because this is his last full year of his contract, and he wants to elevate as many people as he can.
he's going to AEW.
Probably, but
Probably.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad if he did.
Nah, I don't think anyone would be mad if anyone went. I wonder what
I,
Randy Orton would be like in AEW.
there was a time I thought he was going to go. He was negotiating with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he wanted more money from Vince.
I guess they gave it to him.
And so Vince gave him more money for 5 years.
Oh, shit.
And so he stayed with them. But had Vince told him no, he probably would have went to AEW.
Oh, I kind of want to see him in AEW.
He would be one of the biggest ones there. Besides Luchasaurus and Lance Hoyt and Jake Hager, they'll be the biggest ones there.
What if John Cena went to AEW?
I'd stop watching it. I would quit immediately.
Michael Cole to AEW.
If I see John Cena's name associated with AEW, I quit. I may stop watching wrestling completely. Because I'd be too depressed.
No.
I think that would make me stop watching wrestling.
No.
And I've watched it my entire life.
John Cena would wreck it for you.
Yes, he would.
That badly.
Yes, the fact that he's tied with Ric Flair is destroying me. I don't want him to break Ric Flair's record.
I don't like that either.
That hurts my heart.
He's not even as old as Ric Flair.
I thought one was enough. He didn't need 15 more. But he's so good with kids and
That's true.
his merch sales.
That's the only reason, though.
and he's a Vince yes man. So
What would take? What would it take to sell you on John Cena today?
if he did what Roman did, turn heel, and did it right,
How would he do this? Being such an icon to children.
I mean, he's getting the same hate Roman get. He's getting told he sucks. He's been getting told he sucked for what, 15 years? Use that hate. Like, y'all been telling me I suck. No, you suck. And
Would
just,
you write his promos for him?
yeah, but they wouldn't get played because I'd use a lot of curse words.
He used to be a bad man. He used to be a rapper. He used to be.
That's the last time I liked him.
So you liked Cena at one point.
When he was a heel and a rapper. Because I thought it was funny.
Did you buy his album?
No. My friend bought it
And did you listen to it?
for like 6 hours straight. What? Why are you looking at me like that? What? Why are you giving me that look again? See, there you go with that look. What? What did I do?
You listened to his album for 6 hours straight.
Not by choice. I didn't. It wasn't my house.
You could have left.
I was staying the weekend. I could have sat outside. Something. I don't know. Why you got me questioning my life choices now? I don't know what to say. You giving me that look again. Like you're so disapproving.
What was your favorite John Cena song? You have one.
I do. I'm trying to think of it. It's called.
Sing it.
I don't know the words.
Sing
I
it.
just. I don't know the words.
Sing it.
I don't know the word.
You
Don't
know the
give me that
words.
look. No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. Look at you. You know the words.
No, I don't. Maybe one day I'll sing it, but not tonight.
Right now.
That's it. That's the name of the song.
What? What's the name of the song?
Right now. You just said it, and I couldn't think of it.
Alright, well, sing it.
I don't know it.
Sing it. It's your
I,
favorite John Cena song.
I haven't listened to it in years.
Alright, well, put it on and you can be like, I remember that's a bop.
I was young and dumb.
How old were you?
Like 14, 15. I didn't know nothing yet. I still thought Hulk Hogan was cool back then. Now,
You
not so
listened to that
much.
shit and you were like, this shit is a fucking bop.
I thought it was pretty good.
You were like, John Cena can drag Eminem any day.
I wasn't going that far.
Yeah, you went that far. You
I
know
would say that. I don't like the lie. Eminem would make him cry.
you singing it? You singing it?
No.
Yeah, the fans want to hear it.
No, they don't. They don't want to
Yeah, they
hear me
do.
sing.
I assure you they do.
No one wants to. I don't want to hear me sing.
It's not all about you.
It's my show.
Weird how it's about the people that listen to your show.
But they don't want to hear me
They
sing.
do though.
I can put a poll out right now asking who wants to hear me sing.
Let's do
I
it.
can guarantee no one will click yes.
Let's do it.
Because I made a singing video years ago and I sounded horrendous.
Let's do it.
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no. Why? Why?
Because I have no forehead wrinkles. And it
What
makes me
does,
look all that much more intimidating.
what does that have to do with anything? You're young. You shouldn't have forehead wrinkles.
I should because of all the stress men put me through.
Well, that's their fault.
Y'all stressful fucking picnic tables.
Hey, I'm a good one.
You're not a picnic table.
Thank goodness. Because I wouldn't look good in plaid. People might mistake me for one. I'm so big. I'll be sitting at the park by myself and I hear a family come at lunchtime and they come put their food on me. Like, I'm a human being.
It depends what kind of food though.
Well, if it says my like, I'm taking it.
I mean, if someone came over and put like a fried chicken on me right now, I'd be okay with that.
Or if somebody brought some Pringles, I'm taking that.
I'm allergic to Pringles.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm addicted to them.
they're so good. I mean, I'll still eat one or some. I'll throw up, but they're good.
I can eat a whole sleeve in one sitting and not feel bad about myself.
No one should be feeling bad about themselves. I mean, I could eat them and not feel psychologically bad about myself, but physically, I'll throw up.
That's not good. We don't want you to do that.
I'm allergic to most types of chips, but chips are so good. I can eat baked chips. Those fucking Lay's baked chips
Hmm.
that nobody ever wants. I can have those.
If I can live off chips, I would.
Chips are amazing. What kind of Doritos do you eat?
Uh, the one in the blue bag.
Cool Ranch,
Yeah, that.
the only Dorito flavor that matters.
I wish they would make the cheeseburger Doritos again.
What the hell is that?
They used to make cheeseburger flavored Doritos
What the fuck?
like 3, 4 years ago.
What about those 3D Doritos?
I've never had those. I've
I mean,
always
they did
seen
not
them.
taste good. They did not taste good.
I would always see them, but never tried them.
They had them in like the early 90s, or like the late 90s. Like 1997-ish. Which I guess was like the early 90s to me.
Yeah, it's
But
the late '90s though. I
okay,
was like
when
12.
you are a newborn, that's the early 90s to you.
Well,
When you're
yeah.
like when you're like the world is new. Why are Doritos 3D? But now you only see them in memes. I think I just yawned like twice.
I quietly yawned once.
I yawn constantly. I'm like a chronic yawner. I feel like another yawn, like, but it's like in my eyes. No, wait, it's coming. I have no idea what time it is right now.
It is 11:14 here,
Which means it's 12:30 here.
and we've been talking for almost 2.5 hours.
So it's 4 hours now.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
and we actually recorded this one.
Yes. And we got some material this time.
This is going to be a long video. I can almost guarantee people will not sit here and watch this for 2.5 hours.
Oh my god. Okay, so you gotta crop it up and with the good stuff.
Unless they're just staring at you, then they'll be okay then.
That's all I can think about to get viewers. I don't know what else to do.
I'll
Crop
tell
that.
you about that off camera. I don't want to say it on camera and embarrass myself.
Well, I'm just trying to get viewers.
That will.
Whoever doesn't stay till the end doesn't get to see that. But you could just crop that out. You could crop out anything uninteresting we've said.
It's been pretty interesting.
Until it's just the Michael Cole show.
And that's like half of the video. That goes an hour of footage. I'd have to take out.
Well, we can send it to Michael Cole and be like, hey, we're spending this 1 hour long podcast talking about you and all of your accomplishments.
That would boost his ego.
Yeah. Be like how you are the granddaddy of all things WrestleMania and how you are going down in history as the most undefeated man in WrestleMania.
And he'd be like, I finally got fans.
I used to have a Michael Cole top.
Huh?
When he was doing that WrestleMania thing and he was wearing like all orange.
Uh-huh.
I had like the orange hoodie and it just said like Cole across the titties. So
They sold that?
Hey.
I didn't know this. Oh, wow.
I made it so we could go to Buffalo Wild Wings and cheer on our fave.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. They were like, everyone has to like wear their favorite wrestler's outfit, or not outfit, but like t-shirt to Buffalo Wild Wings, and I was like, they don't make one. And then they were like, make it, and I was like, what? And I think I just donated it to charity like 2 years ago, so I don't have it.
I only have 3 wrestling t-shirts.
Who do you have? Who do you have? And it's not me.
It will be soon.
Yay.
I have Randy Orton.
Okay.
CM Punk.
Okay.
And my best friend Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
In my mind, we're best friends. He doesn't know about it yet, but in my mind, we're best of friends. He just doesn't know it yet.
Oh.
It might freak him out once I tell him.
Nah. Oh, I think he'll be cool. He'll be like, hey. He'll be like, he'll have the same reaction as Michael Cole, but like, I got a fan?
He might block me. Like, you're creepy.
I'll hit him up for you. I'll be like, hey, Papito. Papito Thickness, how you doing? And he'll be like, ooh. He'll be like, there's a spooky girl in my inbox right now. And I'll be like, hi, Big Papito. How you doing? This is my friend Ray.
That's funny.
It worked.
It may.
That's how I got my ex 2 of his jobs, because he didn't know how to make a resume. And I went to one of his jobs was having, when I was having a charity event, the job he wanted was going to cater my charity event, and he wanted to work for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I went up to the guy and I was like, "Hi, I'm actually the host of this, and like my boyfriend has been like applying to you for like ever, and like it would be like really cool of you if you could like give him a job interview. Like he might fail it, but like I mean we're poor, and like he's doing his best, but he's stupid, so." He's just a big dumb picnic table, and you gotta help him because he wants to work. And the guy was like, "Alright." And then I went back to my friends, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I got him that job interview. I pretended to be stupid, and hey." And then another job, he doesn't know how to make a resume. He still didn't know how to. 2 years go by, he doesn't know how to make a resume still. Big dumb picnic table, and I filled out a resume, and then I called on the phone as if I was him, and I was like, "Hey, calling about the job, and like my name's this and this, and I went to school here, and I'm interested." And they were like, "Oh my god, yeah, you sound really cool. Come on down." And then I got him the job out of state so that we could break up.
It's not hard to do a resume. He can Google it.
He's dumb.
There's
He made
people
like a
that'll do it
3-page
for
resume.
him.
No one's gonna read it.
There's people that will do it for him.
Me, his first one was like 3 pages of nothing. It was like his middle school to high school career, and I was like, "You've been to school since then. Why isn't this updated?" And he was like, "I made it my senior year," and I'm like, "Why is it even 3 pages?" And he was like, "I don't know." And I'm like, "Why don't you take the page off where it says you're like trying out for football?" Because you don't need that. That's no longer applicable to your life. Neither is the parts about middle school. Is no longer applicable to your fucking life.
Wow.
Imagine being older than college age and still applying for jobs with your high school resume. Like, yeah, I worked at the Dunkin' Donuts. I've had like 10 jobs since then, all in a professional field. I've just never fucking updated my resume. Like, no wonder you've only, like, it only says Dunkin' Donuts and the football team here.
That's insane.
Picnic tables, they be like that.
That's why I created my own YouTube channel. Hoping to be good at it, make some money off it one day.
I'm gonna get you that $100 back.
And then once I do make some money, I know the first thing I'm doing with it.
You're gonna take a picture of that $100 and you're gonna send it to that guy and be like, "Look, I got another one that you can't have."
I was thinking more like give it to charity.
That too. But first, the big hundo.
Because I really don't need it.
The first hundo, we would just send a picture to that guy and be like a picture of you with like a bunch of like a stacks of hundreds, and just being like, "I guess you're not getting one of these."
Yeah. I don't see me doing that. I've never been that guy.
I'll do it for you.
I believe you.
I'll do it for you.
I believe it.
You can chill in the background, and I'll just be like, look at all these hundreds that you can't have.
Just be back to smiling like a little kid.
I'm like, look at this $100 bill that I'm ripping apart. Wouldn't you love to have this?
That'll make my stomach turn. Like, no.
We can always put tape back on it and give it back to the bank, and then they'll hand us a fresh one. It's fine.
Okay. But just one.
Just one. Just one. Because he'll see all the other ones and assume we don't give a fuck about those either.
There's only one thing I can think about him and just smile is the fact that he's short.
How tall is he?
Like 5'5".
How does that happen to somebody?
I don't know. I guess he had short parents.
And they said, let's mate. Let's make a horrible human being.
I've called him that about a dozen times.
He's like a pancake. They should have thrown the first one out and then make a fresh one. You always throw out your first pancake.
Yeah.
Now, we all know who isn't a pancake.
You?
Michael Cole.
Oh, boo.
I'm saying.
He's okay.
Oh,
Michael Cole is okay. I don't hate him anymore.
Didn't you say he was the best in the world?
Yes. I did. I said that.
Yup.
Didn't want to say it, but somehow you tricked me into saying it. You did some kind of Jedi mind trick.
I'm a big fan of Kylo Ren.
Of who?
Wait, he's not a Jedi, but whatever. Kylo Ren? You make a Star Wars joke, but you don't know who Kylo Ren is?
Exactly. I'm that guy.
Kylo Ren is like Darth Vader's grandson.
Oh.
He's cute. He's in the new Star Wars movies. He's Han Solo's kid.
Oh.
Ooh, I know things about Star Wars.
And I know absolutely nothing about Star Wars.
Wow.
Except the fact that it exists. It's a movie.
I used to know nothing, and then I decided that I like this guy who also likes Star Wars. And then I was forced to learn a little bit about Star Wars. Because I am a strong believer in Star Wars or Star Trek only. And I picked Star Trek. So.
The only thing I could talk to you about that I know quite a bit about is wrestling.
That's good.
That's the only thing that keeps my attention.
And now you only need to learn one thing. Well, I guess you've already learned it, but you only need to know one thing and one thing only.
People, I was suckered into it. I don't know how she did it, but she did it. I am not a Michael Cole fan. She tricked me into saying it.
This is the Michael Cole Show. This has been the Michael Cole Show. You are listening to Michael Cole Radio.
This is the Mr. Ray Show. I almost forgot my name. I almost forgot my own name. That's sad. This is the Mr. Ray Show.
That's how much it has turned into the Michael Cole show.
Pretty much has been his show, and he doesn't even know it.
He doesn't even know it yet, but he will. And then next time we can have the JBL show. And then whoever else you're in love with. The Stone Cold show. All Stone Cold in a wig all the time.
Are your interviews always this long?
I guess so. I guess they are now.
You're pretty fun to talk to.
I think that's what keeps them going for hours at a time.
Because I was listening to you and Cory, and I was like, how can he come up with anything else to talk about? I was like, can I say something?
We kept trying to talk to you, and then I was like, where's Ray? And he was like, he fell asleep. And I was like,
you basically answered every question that I had because he asked it. Everything I wanted to know.
What are the questions you wanted to ask? Let's start over. Let's start from the top.
It's been 2.5 hours. Do you really want to start over? I mean, I enjoy talking to you a lot, but
this has been us bullshitting for another 2 hours before.
Yeah. I just imagine if I recorded the first 2 hours.
Alright. Chop
that
it.
Would have been almost 5 hours of conversation.
Chop it, and then we'll reset. And then you can put the other 2 hours.
We've been talking for almost 5 hours.
Ooh.
Minus the 30 minutes you were eating dinner.
We talked for so long, I had to take a break to eat dinner. And my snack is still on the counter upstairs.
And I finally went put my clothes in the dryer, so I have to go get them out before I go to bed.
Until next time, this has been the Michael Cole Show.
Oh my goodness. I don't know how to end this.
Look, y'all, we spent 4.5 hours being bros. And nothing else.
I usually have a set ending, but this show has went off the rails so many times. I'm glad I didn't have any set questions this time. I just plan on just talking.
We will make some for next time, and then I will tell you when my next time slot is. And then you'll have a prepared sheet of non-Cole related questions. And then we will shoot it from the top.
Because normally I'm sitting here looking at my phone, reading questions that I write them on my phone, and I hadn't done that. Just the only time I picked up my phone was to Google Ric Flair. But I did not write one question down because I had a feeling it was going to go just like this from the other night.
Nailed it. All right, next time we can be more prepared. I think.
So I gotta be professional next time.
Yeah. Let's see.
Let's see how good that's gonna go.
I think my next one is February 11th, I think.
Uh-huh.
I think. I don't know. I'll let you know. I feel like I could just hit you up and be like, I'm free right now.
And I would make time for you, of course.
Yes.
Because I do enjoy. I've had a lot of fun.
5 hours of conversation.
Talking to someone I've never talked to before.
Nailed it.
Normally, I'm nervous to talk to new people.
Why? Not
'Cause
me. I'm
I don't,
so friendly.
I'm sitting there, I would start shaking, I'd turn red, and I'd end up mute.
No.
Let me tell you a story before we. Let me tell you a story. One interview I was trying to have was with Thunder Rosa,
Oof.
and I had her on the phone, right? I was prepared and everything. I had questions ready. As soon as I heard this lady's voice, I forgot how to talk. It's like m- my mind and mouth could not work together.
Oh no.
It's like I'm saying things in my mind, like I'm asking questions, but they're not coming out. And good thing I was just doing the audio at the time, and she couldn't see my face. I was so red and just like embarrassed and like no.
The one time I talked to Michael Cole, he was really rude to me.
And then I stopped doing interviews for like 5 months.
Oof. Was she nice about it?
And then I met Cory.
That's good.
Yeah, he's the one. He helped me a lot this last year. 'Cause I was going through a lot of depression, and
And
it
now
was
you have me.
like it was bad.
And I will help you as well.
I appreciate that. I need all the good people I can get.
I got you. Be like, shit. Be like, just hit me up and I'll be like, I'm right here. I'm always here.
But sometimes I get in my own head, and
No.
that,
Sometimes it's good to process, but then you can't sit there too long by yourself either.
and
But it's
that's
good to
what I do.
process.
I lock myself in my room for days at a time, just thinking,
No, that's
and
where
it
it's
drives
bad.
me crazy. Yeah, I've learned that.
Be like, we're not gonna think about bad stuff no more. We're gonna hit up our friends when we need help, when we need
It
a shoulder.
it took me a while to relearn how to trust people again,
I am the most trustworthy person because you know I will kick asses.
because I almost died in a nursing home,
Ooh,
and it was their fault.
of course it was. They're fucking garbage.
And so I lost trust in people for a long time.
They're the fucking worst. There's never like a good nursing home story ever. Like just nobody has a good nursing home story. It just doesn't happen. Like
I
it's
can't think of,
always bad. It's always bad.
and I was there for like 10 months after I had both legs amputated. I was there for rehab.
All that
And
for fucking rehab? Damn.
yeah, that was the only place that had space.
Holy
E-
shit.
Everything else was full.
That's terrible.
And I remember when the van driver opened the door when she picked me up. She opened the door to bring me into the building, and it smelled like urine.
It always does.
It smelled like everybody in that building took a piss at one time.
Mm-hmm.
And I had $20 in my pocket. I said, I will give you this $20. Bring me back to the hospital. She's like, I can't do that. I'm like, why? Do you smell this?
Oof.
She's like, I know. I'm like, well, how can you make me stay here then? Do something. Help me out.
And you're like, damn, you work in this.
Like, bring me home or something.
Like, how do you work? How do you go to work every day knowing your like place of employment smells like pee?
I don't know. I'm like, I
Like,
can
okay,
see
I
if
have to go to
like
work today. Can't wait to smell that urine.
I can see like a few people using a bed, but it smelled like the whole building just.
Cause they don't care. They just kind of like let people stay in it. Like that's like what my mom does that for like a living, and she's like done that her whole life. Like that's her like she's one of like the good ones, and like taking care of people like that is her like passion in life. And she like fucking hates nursing homes. So like I don't know. She like stopped working at one and she got like into assisted living instead. Cause like she would try to do the right thing, and then the bosses at the nursing homes would be like, no, we don't care like how things are, and they really don't care about people or families or anything. They just don't fucking care. So she was like, I'm gonna get into assisted living so she can just help out a little bit, and then whatever the person needs, they need. So she started doing that instead, and then like she can actually like help people that way instead of being told, why do you want to help people? That's so stupid.
Right.
I'm like, I think she remembered telling me like someone had died in her nursing home she was at, like over like multiple people, not all at once, but like obviously not all at once, but like over the years people would die, and like the other workers would like the day, because she was from like 7 at night to like 7 a.m. or something,
Mm-hmm.
and she'd be like, I'd come in and the day shift has left the deceased body all day long, and now there's like problems. Like she called me and be like, this person has like bloat from being like just left. Like no one called an ambulance, no one called like a funeral service, no one called anybody, and this body's been laying here for how long? And you're like, what
That's
the fuck?
insane.
Yeah. And then they're like, we don't care because the families don't come back, or the families just don't care, or whatever. And you're like, well, what about the families who do care? Like, that's somebody's mom or dad or whatever, because he was all like very old patients. I keep hearing this hot water heater and I don't like it. I'm like, I know what you're doing. You're leaking on me, aren't you? I'm like, stop. You better not be. After the day I've had, you better not be leaking. Like, I swear to fuck. I think someone's using the sink upstairs.
Oh.
I hear like trickling, and I'm like, I will end everybody's life right now. Like this thing just came home from Home Depot, so it better not have a problem. Like the box is like literally right here behind me. Like this is
Mm-hmm.
rock. I don't know if you can see
Yeah,
it.
I
This is
see it.
rock. I'm like, you better not fucking leak. It says basic electric water heater. I wonder how much this was. I spent a lot of money today on kendo sticks. And then I bought that. It was like, what do you need to take your mind off the fact that you just cleaned up 40 gallons by hand? Sticks.
Why did you buy kendo sticks?
Why would I not buy kendo sticks?
Okay.
Why are you not buying kendo sticks?
Because I can't ever find them.
What? I'll send you a link. How many inches do you want?
I don't know.
That's what she said.
That's something I've never been asked.
You mean Stone Cold didn't come up to you and say, how many inches do you want?
Inches of what?
Inches of kendo stick.
Why would Stone Cold hit me with the kendo stick?
He'd give you the kendo stick to hit other people with.
And
Did he give you the title belt?
No, I had the tag team titles.
Oh, well, then you needed a stick to defend them with.
No, because they took them back.
Well, that's why you need the stick.
I'm not about to fight Owen Hart and the British Bulldog.
I believe in you.
I don't.
I do.
I'm pretty
You
sure
don't need to believe in you, because I believe in you.
the British Bulldog can pick me up and throw me if he wanted to.
Okay, but if you had a kendo stick in your hand, he'd be like, I don't know.
That's highly unlikely.
I mean, you don't gotta believe in you, because I believe in you. And if I believe in you, you can do anything. So there.
And then Owen Hart would kick my ass.
Nah. Where is he now?
Not here.
But you are.
Thankfully.
And you're about to have a kendo stick.
That's the last thing my crazy ass needs, though.
Bet. I'm going to send you a link. Once we hit this 3-hour mark, I'm going to send you a link.
We're almost there. We have like 4 minutes.
Yeah. I just saw it. I just noticed it. I went to click to send you the link, and then I realized we got 5 minutes left. We got 4 minutes left to wrap up the show.
And I didn't plan it on being this long, but I had a feeling it would be. I was going to stick to my schedule. Hour and a half, maybe.
We failed. Both times we both said a half hour. Both times we failed.
Yeah, we did. Because we've been talking for almost 5 hours.
It'll be 5 hours in 4 minutes.
I don't want to talk to myself for 5 hours.
In 3 minutes, it'll be 5 hours.
But I can imagine what you're feeling like. This is my longest interview I've done by myself.
Well, congratulations. We just be chilling.
In the 5 hours we've talked, I could have knocked out like 5 interviews.
Wow. I guess I'll see you around then if I'm not good enough for you.
No, you're my favorite.
So next on the show, we'll have Michael Cole.
I would die.
I'll be like, hi, Big Papito. I heard you're undefeated at WrestleMania. Would you like a valet? Because I got you. But just see what happens.
And then I'd be like, no. Then just me being me, I'd have to challenge him just because.
Where is Lawler these days? He's okay now.
Yeah, he does like the pre-show pay-per-views and stuff like that. Or if he has to fill in for someone, he does that.
He usually wrestles in my town.
Still?
Yeah.
He's going to fall apart.
Nah, he's pretty. He's actually pretty decent in the ring. He's not bad. He goes for it. People like seeing him wrestle, so
Just don't fight Dolph Ziggler anymore.
why?
That's what did him.
Oh,
All those elbow drops.
poor Dolph.
He almost killed Jerry.
Well,
Pretty sure not on purpose.
well, no. I've seen Jerry take a lot though, like lie at like house shows. If you get a chance to go to a house show he's working at, like he can work still. Not that licking barbecue sauce off toes bullshit, but he can actually he can hold his own pretty well.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, he's really not that bad. So
Because I heard he doesn't drink or smoke, so he's he's good at that at least.
he probably eat good.
Yeah.
I don't know, heart attack gotta be from something.
All them young women he be with.
Nah, he just got married.
She's still pretty sure she's in her like 40s. That's young for him.
That's true. That's young to him. We hit the 3-hour mark. All right, let's go get the barbecue sauce.
Absolutely not.
I am rolling away here. I have rolled away too far.
But
I
it's
don't want to roll uphill anymore.
Uh-oh.
Like it keeps throwing me backwards.
Are you in a regular chair?
I'm in a wheelchair.
Lock it.
Because I was in a wheelchair from like 2018 to like 2019-ish. So I have this nice, comfy wheelchair.
Why don't you lock it?
Because I don't want to.
Oh, that is nice. I like that.
Yeah, it's actually pretty sweet. I modified it. I did a bunch of stuff to it so it looks like mermaidy.
That's pretty
I
cool.
use it at like charity events when I put my mermaid tail on and I go to meet kids as like Ariel from The Little Mermaid or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then my chair looks inviting and fun. And it's not like a medical chair. It's like under the sea themed. There's like seashells glued to it and stuff.
That's awesome.
So I spent a long time just hot gluing stuff to it. And now it just looks like fun. And then I spray painted the rest of it on the bottom like lime green. But then still sometimes like I still have some spine. I need spine surgery. So sometimes I still have to use it to get around, but I'm mostly okay. So yay.
Oh, we can go wheelchair racing.
Yeah.
I'd let you win.
Nah, Richard Simmons got this.
Yeah,
Mine
because
doesn't have the wheels on the side.
Oh yeah.
This is just like a transport chair because I couldn't use this arm. I only had one arm that was usable.
Yeah.
So I couldn't get the ones with the wheels on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had no function of my arm. So like when I tried to use the chair like that, I was just like going in a fucking circle. Like, hello? 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 Anybody there? Hello? Like the whole time. And I'm just like fucking, and then they took that away from me. And then they gave me this one as a permanent chair to just have. They were just like, here's a fucking transport chair. Nobody's hitting us up for those. I guess the insurance company was like, no one wants this. No one asks for these, so here you go. You can just have that. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, cool. I can't move my arm anyway, so I don't need like a wheelchair like other people need it. I just need like the bare minimum because I'm not gonna like waste someone else's opportunity to have a chair when
Right.
I have no use of my fucking arms. Like my left arm isn't even like my dominant arm, so like I basically have like this arm tied to me like the whole time, and if it wasn't, it was just dragging along like doing nothing. And then if it was dragging along doing nothing, it would fall out of my shoulder. It would fall out of my shoulder socket,
Ooh.
and I was like in the hospital weekly because my arm was constantly falling out of the socket, out of my shoulder socket. Like on the daily, I would just be like, boop, boop. It was just like making like Mario noises as it went down. I was like, fuck. It got to the point where like my arm falling out of the socket was no longer painful. It was just like really annoying. I was like, wow. Again, wow. It was like, here's some painkillers and a Vicodin. Goodbye, arm. I'm just watching it go. I'm like,
That sucks.
and I'm just like, game over. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, again. Like there was one time, like the doctor didn't set it right, so I'm like walking out of the hospital. I'm like, yay, my day's good. I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, turn right back around. I'm like, can you do it right this time? Because I really don't want to be here anymore. I'm like, I was in the hospital like weekly, so, or yeah, I was like just staying there weekly. So thankfully that ended in like the summertime, and like right before, like the summer before COVID. So like 2018, I guess, or 2020. I don't know. 2020 is COVID, so like 2018, and then I got use of my arm back last year.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad.
Yeah. So now I can like move my arms around again, which is nice. And then I'm like, oh well, now I could have an actual wheelchair, but I don't actually use it that much. Like I can get up and go to like I can like seat myself at this point. But then there's days where I can't, and I'm just like, I'll just lay here. I don't give a shit. Like, cause sitting is actually more painful for me than like standing or laying.
Mm-hmm.
So I mostly just have to lay down. Because I haven't been in like the gym in like 2 years. So like I mostly just lay down. I can't really sit. So the wheelchair doesn't help for that, but I have like double extra padding. But I try not to complain because I don't have it that bad compared to other people. Like I saw one girl with like her tailbone hanging out of her spine, and I'm like, you definitely can't sit fucking anywhere ever again. And I'm like they had to like put it back in her or whatever. I don't fucking know. I'm not a doctor. And she was like, I guess they're just gonna put it back in and align it correctly. And I'm like, aren't you like fucking paralyzed though? Like, I don't know. She was just like the other girl in like one hospital bed, two hospital bed.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like very out of it, and I'm just like, well, fucking. I'm like trying to ask questions. I'm like, how the fuck? I'm like, are you paralyzed? Because your tailbone's hanging out of your body. Like, what happened to her?
Right.
This situation. And I'm like, I was just in a car accident. I don't know what the fuck happened to her, but she was so drugged up and in so much pain like all the time that like if she wasn't on something, if she wasn't on like morphine or whatever they were giving her, like fucking God bless. Like there's no way you could deal with your part of your spine sticking out like that. I have no idea, but
That's how mine was at birth, but they fixed.
oof.
They put mine back in, but It didn't like fix it. They just put it back in.
I don't know what I saw her like maybe 3 times, and I never saw her where she wasn't in pain. But I was also in like just a regular city hospital, so I don't know if she was like in an accident. Like we were the same age basically. I'm like, I don't know if she was like in an accident that caused that to happen. Like I don't know what kind of accident you'd get in for that to happen.
Right.
Or if it was like a birth issue maybe, or something she'd been living with her whole life. I don't know. It seemed like an accident issue, but I don't know, because I was like, I don't want to be too invasive, but like, what the fuck happened to you? Like, that'd be so fucking rude. I don't mean to be invasive, but what the fuck is wrong with your body? Like, that's fucked up. I was just like, how are they going to help you? Or whatever. I don't remember what I asked. I was just like, are you okay? Like, what are they going to do for you? And she was just very drugged up, and she was like, they're putting it back. And I'm like, all right. Y'all want to watch House MD? Or whatever, General Hospital, whatever the fuck is on. Home Improvement, because that's what's on at like fucking 2 in the afternoon. Great. Well, one time I did find Raw live, so that was nice. It was like my surgeon put on the fucking, after he wheeled me in, he like put my charts up on shit, and he was like, this is your bullshit, I'll turn the TV on for you. And I was like, cool. And then he put it on, it was just like fucking Raw, and I'm like, no, leave it, I'm good. And he was like, what? And I'm like, no, I'm good, just leave it like that. I'm like, it's like, it was fucking blue hair girl. What's her name? You said her name earlier.
I did?
Yeah. Not Bailey, but the other one.
Sasha Banks?
Sasha. Yeah, it was Sasha and somebody else. And that's all I remember about being at the hospital that day. I was like, I got my charts, and Sasha was on TV. And I was like, cool. I'm passing out now because I'm in a lot of pain, but I'm gonna watch Sasha first. And that was it for me. I was like, alright, bye. I was like, I'm 5,000 sheets to the wind. Goodbye. So that all happened.
Yeah. Wow.
What time is it?
It is 12:03 a.m.
We hit our 3-hour mark.
And we beat the podcast.
And it's 1 a.m. here.
We beat the podcast by 1 minute so far.
Yeah. You can tell Cory we beat him. I think we can include those 2 hours from earlier.
I think he's gonna be more surprised at the fact that I talked.
I'll fucking vouch.
Like, you talked?
I'll vouch for the other 2 hours. It's on your phone history, isn't it?
I'm on my laptop.
Okay, well, it's on my phone history. So we combine the 2 hours from earlier, and then these 3 hours. We have 5 solid hours.
That's a long time.
We beat him by 2 hours then.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
I don't even think I told him I was talking to you today.
This has been the We Beat Cory podcast.
Oh, no. 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 Because then he's going to find someone else that he knows, and they're going to talk for 4 hours this time.
Oh my god. Then we'll have to beat him again.
I'm pretty sure we could.
I'm pretty sure we could.
No, he's cool though. Cory's a great guy.
Longest podcast awards.
I think I won it.
Yes, we've won it so far. So
This is my longest show ever.
I wonder how uploading is going to be. You could always go through and crop stuff and make it shorter.
I think I'm going to keep everything in. I may make like 3 or 4 videos out of this, do like a 4-part series.
A 4-part series.
We got enough footage to do it.
We got enough for every hour. Ooh.
I think this makes up for the 8 months I've been off of YouTube.
Now you have like 3 parts, or if you cut them down to half-hour increments.
I've had 6. Yeah, I think this makes up for me being away from YouTube.
Hell yeah!
For 8 months.
We nailed it. We got you tons of content. We got 6 videos of content if we crop it down. Hell yeah. Let's do our laundry and go to bed.
I gotta go get it. I'm glad it's in the dryer.
I have to take a shower because it's 1 a.m. here. You're an hour ahead of me.
It's 12 here.
It's 1 here. Oh, it says you're an hour behind me, so I'm an hour ahead of you. And it's 1 here. And I'm falling asleep. I usually go to bed at like 2. So I have like an hour to shower.
I usually go to bed at like 3, 4, 5.
Oof.
Depends on the day.
I'll probably be up still.
Up watching YouTube videos.
Video games. Alright, let's end this somewhere. Do an outro.
I've been trying to think of one.
We have 3 hours and 16 minutes now.
Okay.
Now it's time for your outro, and then
we can always do
we will go do our daily business of daily things and figure life out from there. And then we'll bother each other in Messenger instead of videos.
You don't bother me though.
Aww.
Everyone else does, but you don't.
Oh, then you should hit me up more.
I will.
Instead of all the dick pics I get.
See, I wouldn't do something like that.
I'll send you cold pics.
No. Oh, cold pics. I thought you said dick pics. I'm like, I don't want dick pics.
I'll send you a picture of his foot in barbecue sauce.
I'd rather his face. I'd settle for his stomach. But don't go any lower. I'd settle for his stomach.
We'll see what we can get.
Oh my goodness.
You should do a show commentating that whole WrestleMania match.
Oh my, no. I thought about doing that. But then was like, should I?
Yes.
Who would watch that besides you?
Me.
You would be my lone view.
I'll hype it.
Okay. I don't know.
An hour and 20 or 3 hours and 20 minutes later.
This has been a lot of fun. Probably some of the most fun I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
You're awesome.
I appreciate you being on my show tonight,
I have so much fun for 5
spending the
hours.
last 5 hours with me. I appreciate that. Thank you so
I had so
much.
much fun.
I look forward to speaking to you again.
We do another one. 10-hour podcast.
I think we could do.
I think we could do it. We'll
We
nail
both
it.
seem to talk a lot, so and we get along pretty well. I think
Yeah.
that, yeah.
And then we'll invite Cole onto the show.
And he'd probably respectfully decline.
I feel like he disrespectfully declined.
He'd be like, no, if he even answers.
Cole to AEW. Ooh.
Book it.
What
Maybe
would
we
that be
start
like?
a bunch of weird rumors about him and get him to respond. just because he's so annoyed.
Yes.
Like, would you stop it?
I'm starting a petition to bring Cole to AEW. Also, bring my man.
Hashtag Michael Cole's tongue kiss fish. That's funny. I just thought of that.
Yes. I'm here for it.
I thought of the strangest thing I can say.
And you got JR on there too, so you got the barbecue sauce.
I like JR.
He's got the barbecue sauce for the feet.
No. Okay.
He's got that foot sauce. It's ready.
I'm glad I don't have feet though.
We did it in 3 hours and 20 minutes.
I appreciate the fact I don't have feet.
Ooh.
Because that just sounds disturbing.
We can put it other places.
Not on me.
We'll just like they do the Gatorade at football.
Mm-hmm.
You just dump our Someone should do that to JR.
I think he would throw a fit.
I think that would be funny as fuck.
He would lose his mind.
I think that would be hilarious. Not in like a jerky way, but be like, oh yeah, celebration. Like in like a funny way. Just throw a Gatorade vat of barbecue.
Someone should throw Gatorade on Taz.
He is the embodiment of Gatorade.
Just to see him lose his mind, because I know he will. And it would be hilarious to see.
It's so good to see him on TV again.
He's one of my favorite people to listen to.
I don't like him as a heel manager. I mean, he's good at it, but I like cheering for him.
Yeah, I can't boo Taz. It's hard to.
I like being for him instead of like, oh, this guy.
Of course, I cheer the bad guys regardless.
He does do like. I mean, you cheer Michael Cole on, so.
Yeah, now. Not willingly.
Now that you've learned that he is undefeated.
I was tricked into it. Still don't know how you convinced me to say that.
You said it first, and then I convinced you to reiterate the fact.
But the fact that you did it still puzzles me. Because I was convinced he was a horrible little man. I was so convinced.
And then you said Michael Cole is better than Steve Austin.
I've never said that.
Does Steve Austin have an undefeated streak at WrestleMania?
No.
Who does?
Edge. There you go with the look again. Why are you doing this to me? I'm fixing to look it up right now.
Didn't Edge lose to Christian?
No, not at Mania.
Or Jeff Hardy?
Edge WrestleMania. Okay, I was wrong.
Who did he lose to?
He is 6-4
Oh.
at Mania.
Who's better than Edge at Mania?
I'm supposed to find out. I'm looking it up right now because I really want to know. It cannot be just Michael Cole.
No, I think we should end the show.
Ooh,
With it's just
Rob
Michael.
Van Dam.
Fuck Rob Van Dam. No, he's
Huh?
a really good guy. What the hell did Rob Van Dam do?
He's 4-0 at Mania.
Oh.
And Axe, the British Bulldog, the Road Warriors, and Sable, they're all 3-0.
Okay, currently wrestling.
AJ Lee, China, Mr. T, Rick Rude, Terry Funk, and Virgil, they're all 2-0. Oh, and King Corbin, he's 2-0. Gross.
Well.
Braun Strowman is undefeated. It's the Iconics and Samoa Joe.
We'll see.
They're all undefeated at Mania too.
We'll see how long that lasts.
So it's just not Michael Cole, thank goodness, because I couldn't live with that. I could not go to sleep with that on my mind. I just couldn't. That'll be my reason not to sleep tonight.
You've just been laying there like,
That damn Michael Cole. Oh my goodness.
out of all the legends in the world.
That damn Michael Cole.
I mean, he is legendary.
I've said his name more tonight than I have in his whole career in WWE. He's one. It's not mine. I'm not. Oh, yes, you did.
I'm not the one who listened to John Cena's CD for 3 hours. I mean, 6 hours.
True. That is very true.
You know who should put out a CD?
Who?
It would be undefeated in sales.
Because it would have none. It would have none.
You'd buy it.
I'd buy
If
it
you
and
could
send it
buy,
to you.
if you could buy John Cena's CD,
I almost bought it.
what if he comes out with another CD?
No one wants to hear a 42-year-old John Cena rapping.
People are still out here listening to Will Smith rap.
Who?
People.
Besides his family. They don't talk.
You know his family don't want to hear that.
I don't blame him.
I don't think Will Smith's family wants to hear Will Smith rap about anything.
Will Smith shouldn't want to hear Will Smith rap. He should just stick to acting.
He's not even that good of an actor.
Exactly. But I would rather watch him act than listen to him rap.
I like Will Smith's kids, but I don't like Will Smith.
See, I'm the opposite. I hate his kids, but I like him.
I think
His
his
kids
kids
are
are better
weird.
people. I liked him in Fresh Prince, and that was it. And then he became like a really shitty person.
His
And now
kids are strange to me.
I like his kids. An hour and 3 hours and 30 minutes.
You're not sick of me yet.
No. But it is 1:30 in the morning now.
Yeah. And you need to get to bed.
And you need your laundry.
Yeah.
All right. Closing statements.
Okay.
It's your show, so you can close it up.
How can your fans find you on social media?
My Instagram is Kendo Stick Butcher, which might be the reason I have a lot of kendo sticks. And then if you go to my bio, there is a link tree, and it has all the links to everything. My Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, where I have more followers than some people. And I'm just saying. I don't know. Everything is on there. I have so much on there, I don't even remember what's on there. My Twitch, everything is on there. Everything is on my link tree. If it exists, if I'm on it, it's on my link tree. Linktree is amazing. Thank you, Linktree. I love you.
Oh. Okay, well, I want to thank you again for spending hours with me.
5 hours.
I appreciate that. I look forward to doing it all over again one day.
Yeah. I'm here for it. Maybe next month.
You have a great rest of your night. And to all of you who are watching this, thank you for taking time out of your night or day or whenever to listen to this. You're going to enjoy it as much as I have.
I feel like I've spent 2 days with you now because we started yesterday and now we're on the next day.
That is true.
Hey.
I didn't think of that till you just said it.
A 2-day long podcast, technically.
And so while you're watching this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell Michael Cole. Hit him up on Twitter. We're big fans.
Yeah.
Tell him to contact us. I'd love to have him on the show.
Be like, hey, papito.
All right, so I'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a great night. Take care.